All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. I was off last week, didn't do an episode, but we're back. And today we are talking Spider-Man. That's right, the Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, any Spider-Man book we got, we talking it. And I'm your host, Sean, aka Stay Puft 1983. And I have with me my panel for the day. I have Mr. Comics 89 making his first appearance on the show. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me. It's nice to be on other people's channels every now and then. So
awesome, man. And of course, a regular here on Chatting with the Comic Community, Stone Cold Steve.
And good to meet you, Matt. Good to meet you. I've seen some of your shows and some of your stuff and on other shows and stuff. So I feel like I already know you.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. In fact, I'm this deep in details. I'm about this close to thinking about pulling a trigger on ASM1. So
oh damn.
So
well, if you need any help with a push, ask me.
Oh yeah, this guy will help you out.
Yeah. I'll be that little guy on your shoulder. Go, Matt, do it. Don't care what she says. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, last time I was iffy on something. I'm going, I want it, but I don't want to spend the money on it right now. So I went to my wife and going, tell me not to get it. And she said, do you want it? And I said, well, yes, they get it. And I'm like, you're no help at all.
What are you talking about, Matt? If my wife would say that, I'd be like, sold. I'll take it.
Well, I was literally on the fence. It was actually the Infinity Gauntlet back there.
Okay.
It wasn't a comics book until I was like, I could have passed on it and been just fine. But she told me to buy it. So I was like, I can't trust you.
Hey, Matt, one time my wife, I wanted to get Avengers 1. And she's like, never spend money on comics that much. Blah, blah, blah. And this one, she's like, if you want it, get it. I was like, all right, let's go. We went and got it. It was local. I got to go check it out and everything.
Yeah.
Shout out to chat. We got Unruly Simeon in the house.
Man, we should have Unruly on here, man. He knows.
You gotta get him on here, man. He said Ultimate is his favorite.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Got Mark Spector Comics. What's going on?
Hey, Mark. How's it going?
Now, I saw a lot of his answers on that trivia, man. Some of them. Yo, Big Lion Cat had the best, funniest answers on there.
My mother-in-law.
He was just throwing out random stuff.
Yeah. It was just like, okay. So like, hey, I have to like my mother-in-law, so let's leave her out of it, shall we? I got the rare thing, a good mother-in-law. So,
damn, Spider-Man. One of my favorite characters. The first comic I ever read was a Spider-Man book, and I've said this in my origin story video about my grandfather reading it to me when I was young, And that was that and X-Men are one of my earliest comic book loves, in terms of getting me into comic books with Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah.
And that was during the time when those two franchises was huge. Like, you couldn't go to the comic book store and not see Spider-Man and X-Men. They were all over the place. Spider-Man had like 4 comics. X-Men had so many books, whether it's X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor, Wolverine, Excalibur, you name it. It was just so many of them titles. But Spider-Man was the one that captivated me, and his story was very interesting to me.
Yeah. Definitely right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you read his origin, and the whole AR-15 and the death of Uncle Ben. It resonates with you, because that great power comes great responsibility line is so true.
Yes,
when it comes to life, and I think that's one of the reasons why Spider-Man is so beloved, because there's a lot of life values and importance within reading his stories.
Yeah,
it's not just about being superhero and stuff. It's also about the importance of what being a superhero is and how it affects your life going forward, and the people around you.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was Superman was always my hero, my favorite superhero growing up because he could fly, super strength. I mean, X-ray vision. I mean, what kid didn't want that? You know, kind of to be like that. And as I got older, I got into comic books, for the first time. You know, I started 100% DC because it was Superman all the way. But then I picked up a Spider-Man book one day, flipped through it, and it was like, interesting. I bought it and all that. Then I started listening to Reggie Collects channel and got into ASM because of his love for ASM.
Yeah, he's got the whole collection now. I think he finished it out finally.
Except for AF-15. So.
Oh, yeah. That one, I can understand why. He's probably got the money to get it, but you know him, he's particular on what he gets. So
yeah, but Spider-Man started resonating with me because he's a guy just struggling to do the right thing with responsibilities in life, making mistakes, balancing things, and going like, as an adult, I can totally relate to Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So that's why it's my favorite superhero as an adult has become Spider-Man because it's so relatable. You know, I mean, listen to a podcast now called The Amazing Spider Talk, and they're constantly correcting people, whatever, going, it's with great power must also come great responsibility. You know, it's it's not just automatically boom power. There's responsibility. You must also bring the responsibility, not just automatically have it happen, because that's how they explain it. So it's interesting to hear that stuff and all that. So that's my intro.
and not only that, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, and that responsibility comes towards, you know, having a job, you know, taking care of Aunt May, you know, eventually getting married to MJ and having that responsibility to deal with as well. You know, there was just so many things piled on top of him along with being Spider-Man and dealing with these villains and stuff that, you know, it was always a struggle.
Yeah, you know, revenge. He always wanted revenge, and he didn't.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I liked about Spider-Man was, you know, Superman has some struggle, but they didn't really show a lot of it in terms of, you know, the struggle of being Superman and dealing with Clark Kent. They showed it, but compared to Spider-Man, it felt more impactful because it really affected what was going on with his character.
Yeah, Spider-Man was so young too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
15, 16 years old, yeah. Superman, his biggest struggle is which phone booth should I change in?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, nowadays there couldn't be a Spider-Man. We don't have phone booths.
Or Superman, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Superman had his struggles with you know, because he's so powerful that he has to worry about anybody else that gets caught up in his web because, you know, the Daily Planet and then the whole thing with what's the name, Lois Lane. You know, that whole relationship. But with Spider-Man, it was just much more deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I was trying to see what Spider-Man books I got laying around. Got a couple.
Yep, I got several around here on the wall. And
I'm struggling. I want to do a wall, but it's in my room, and I want my wife and I'm out of my what was my man cave, so I haven't made it. Then we're talking about maybe moving, and I said only if I got one whole room that's mine. So we're in a power struggle right now.
Oh man, that's not a good thing.
No, it is good. I'm gonna get my way this time.
Famous last words.
Yeah, but you know, I know Matt knows because you got to get along with the wife. Nothing in comics works if you're fighting with the wife or you're not getting along with her. Nothing else. Comics are on the back burner and they know it and they use it to their advantage. They have their own superpower and it's that.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt Boy who has 7? Don't know if you want to join us.
The guy who was running away with the questions on the tree.
Oh man! Every time I saw his name pop up, I was like, "Damn you, Matt!" I'm about to hit send, and he already don't answer that. I was like, "Damn." It's all good though.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Gave me a lot of ideas on what to do for 500 when I get it. So I'm getting closer than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm only 70 away. It's like, how the hell did I get that?
Shoot, I got to make sure I'm even sub to you because they just unsub me when they feel like it. Sometimes I swear to God, I'm like, man, I know I because I used to sub everyone when I was in the chat. I would go through the list and sub everyone who was interested in comics. I didn't care what they liked, what I subbed them. Now they make it, oh, you can't click on them. Now you're only clicking on them to block them. I'm like, what the
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that either, because man, it was so easy to sub people. They try to make it harder, is all it is.
Guess we have to earn the subs now. They're not straight away. So yeah. Where is it? Okay, I got
So Matt, what Amazing Spider-Man 1 grade are you looking at? Is it slabbed? Is it unslabbed? Give us some details.
I'm looking at pages.
Wow. Oh my God, you're like, Matt, you got it.
No. I am. Well, here I'll show you what kind of grader I am in just a second. I got a book over here that perfectly show what I'm happy with.
What you're happy with? Yeah, let's see what you're into.
Oh yeah,
I have
his
to
Spider-Man
show him this one when he comes back. I have to show him this one when he comes back, Sean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, let me make it big.
Yeah, make it make sense.
AF-15.
The 11th
I remember
page.
that one.
The 11th page. So if it's important enough to me, I'll buy a single page. So
hey man,
I have several books that I have. I mean, I have my list here that if I have it, I block it off. If I have it in a reprint, I highlight it so I know I still need the original. So right now I have 20 or so books that are reprints in my collection, and I will eventually at one point replace with the real ones. But for now, I just get in every single story. And
so you're trying to get everyone, and then you'll upgrade. It'll be the next step to upgrade them or get regular copies.
Are you guys familiar with Harry Potter and the story things, all that? I'm basically the half-blood,
the mogul.
I'm the Mogul-born half-blood collection. I will take every story title related to, and then once I have all of them, then I will slowly move towards pure-blooded.
Yeah, towards pure blood, towards a certain grade, a certain page quality.
Yeah. But the book I'm looking at right now is coverless, but I can buy a replica cover and have it on there.
And it'll look beautiful. It'll look beautiful.
Yeah.
I just saw one somebody did. What was it? I want to say it was Fantastic Four #1. They have it, and then they had the cover on. I was like, "What? That's $2,000." I looked, and I was like, "It said repo." I was like, "No," but it still looked beautiful. I was like, "Damn, that still looks awesome."
I have 3 books like that. I have Silver Surfer #1 and #4, the iconic Rainbow Bridge one. I bought both those books for $100. So
That's a good book right there.
So then I bought replica covers to put on them because they didn't have the covers, so I can look at it and whatever. So then I also have
and it's a real book. It is the book.
Yeah, and I have an Amazing Spider-Man #9, First Electro. With a cover.
Yeah, with the green, and he's standing there with the electric. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of ASMs lately.
Yeah, but those are my 3 coverless books with repo covers. Otherwise, I have books like this that are just reproductions. So
yeah.
So I had this on my desk to motivate me because I went down the first one because I changed my mind about something, and so I had it on. So it got the fever in me, so I had to put that book on my desk, stare at me and insult me and edge me on.
Yeah, to get another one, to replace it with a regular.
Like I'll stick with my true believer until I get that. That's the cheapest I can get it right there.
Yeah. I mean, after all, I got my back here. I have my facsimile of the AF-15 that was sitting here.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah,
I love the facsimiles.
Yeah.
That's funny. Look what was staring at me. The Spawn facsimile of the AF-15.
Yeah,
it's on my box.
But yeah.
But Matt, one of the guys that comes on the show, Varangian. I don't know if you've ever seen him. Varangian Vigilantes from Austria.
I don't think name doesn't ring a bell.
Well, he sent me this book.
Oh, the German one.
The German version of my birthday book. This is my birthday book. which I
cool.
haven't obtained yet, which I've been looking at. And I was looking at that, and
Oh, here you
in
can
the
look
first
at
Mysterio. Yeah, see, it's
Original.
such a beautiful. I just love the net. I just love all that, man. It looks awesome, dude.
third wrap
Hey,
is missing, but it's
but
still.
doesn't Spider-Man look? I mean, doesn't he look like he's stocky and more stronger than normal?
Yeah. It's the fat Spider-Man.
Yeah, the fat Spider-Man, they drew his arms even bigger.
Yeah, it's like
I
looking
love
kinda
that.
that's the Spider-Man that's allergic to bees. See another one. Can't stop Quaven, need my insulin. So
I was trying to see what Spider-Mans I've got out here.
I got this one right here. This Proud No More.
that's
That's
on my
79.
That's on my list here. Book I just had to pick up recently. I had to get this book. First Corona.
Oh
Oh
God.
yeah, I see
Oh
people
man,
posting
come
it
on.
lately.
I had
Come
to.
on.
What?
Man, I could not. That was $1 book when before this whole Corona thing started.
I had to get it because what other event in my life is going to affect? I mean, whatever. In 31 years, I've only been affected this much by one thing. So this is
Yeah, I've been here a lot longer, Matt, and that this has affected me more than anything too.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I was 18 years old. There was a pipe that busted in the town I grew up in. Some sanitation waste got into the water supply, caused a salmonella kind of outbreak in a sense, of salmonella cases. So they had to basically shut off water in most of the town. I lived in another part of town that had a different water supply. So I was on the outside looking in, while everyone else had bottled water and cooking with bottled water and sponge baths.
Man,
I was sitting here going, singing in the shower. I'm singing in the shower.
Oh man.
So it wasn't
that-
affecting me. So
Hey,
it affected me.
that reminds me, Matt. A hurricane came through in I'm in Tampa and Sean's in Orlando. Well, 3 hurricanes came. I think it was 2004,
Oh, yeah.
Sean,
Yeah, I
Charlie, and all
remember
them,
that.
right? Well,
Yeah.
Charlie did the most damage to me out of all the ones that have come in the last 20 years. Knocked my power out. So my wife's like, "Well, my mom's got power. Let's go over there." I'm like, "Man, I ain't leaving my comic books and all my stuff here unguarded. You must be crazy." I kept my Yorkie and I slept on the floor with the window open because I was not leaving. I stayed 7 days, no power, no nothing. She bring me
Oh, it's
food,
rough.
come over.
It's rough in Florida with no power, especially in the summertime. Woo! Yeah, the power.
So what kind of list do you got, Matt? That you where are you at on the list? Are you getting good, down and dirty, or you still got a long way to go?
I'm getting good. I am, I believe here, because I use the CLZ app to keep track of a lot of it. I only need 1 book in volume 4, like 3 books in volume 3, and in volume 2, obviously volume 2 and volume 1 are the biggest ones. But let's see if I can get it. Where is it? Yeah. Doesn't want to.
Well, what are you missing in volume 1? A lot.
Yeah, according to my thing here, I have 296 comics in volume 1. Of course, that does include multiple of some issues.
Yeah, some issues you got a few copies.
But
Well, I got it. You know, I got to put at least 1 issue of Spider-Man in your collection. So I got to see what you got, and what you don't. I got a few here. I got doubles too.
I got my biggest gaps in early on. I mean, I'm missing the beginning of the 20s. From 21 to 25, and then my next gap really shows up afterwards in the. I didn't realize I'd closed that many of the 60s and 50s, but the 70s and 80s is when I start to pop up in the early list, and then, yeah, early 100s. So a lot of the earlier stuff that tends to be, $20 a book on eBay.
Okay. Well, let me see if you got. Do you have this one?
Which one is that again? Number
105.
No, I don't think I do.
All right, I will get your information after the show, and I will send you this book. It's in really decent shape too.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't have it, so.
Yeah, man. And then I'm writing on the back. Stone Cold put this in Matt's collection.
Whatever.
I write on the back like a lot because you get AOKs you don't think much about, and then you get more and more, and you're like, damn, was that an AOK? Because I try not to sell none or trade none or do nothing. So I got some to say from Sean, from Javi, from Hialeah, and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
I have several things. In fact, one of my newest books that I have not uploaded the video yet. So you guys will be the first to see it on YouTube because I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I've shown the picture of it. Fourth print of the Spider-Verse #2.
Yes, that's a good book. I always look for that book, and then I go, I'm not paying that much for it.
Yeah, I paid $70 for this on eBay shipped.
Well, I would have paid $70.
So,
and that's a 4th print, $70. Wow.
Yeah.
9.4.
Signed and sketched on by Robbie Rodriguez, the cover and art. So
nice.
So
awesome.
So
you know, when that book first came out, I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
And then it just blew up. And it just kept growing and growing each month, each day, each year. It's like, what the hell?
I know. You're like, I'm not paying that. It's going to come down. And then some don't. Some never do. I did that on finally, though, it took a while on Immortal Hulk. The Zafino variant #2. Mm-hmm. I wanted that damn book and it went skyrocket. I'm like, I'm waiting. It's been coming down. So it's almost to where I'll get it now. So I'm almost.
I knew that was coming. AOK Stone Cold Steve. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, man, I gotta put one in Matt's. I mean that I might put some more. I'll have to see what I can find real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right here. I got this. If you don't have this one,
actually, I do have that one.
I love that cover, man. I love the newspaper in the background, man.
I'm actually looking for a replacement for 55 because I'm missing Doc Ock's forehead because of the strip on the cover or whatever was on the inside cover that you get off of books and all that. So
okay, here's another earlier one. Do you have this one?
64. I may have it. Let's see. Yep, that's marked off.
See, me and you collect the same one. We got the same books marked off.
I know I don't have them, but I'm not gonna beg. I will show this one.
Yeah, I don't think arms for the poor.
I want the first part of this one, or the second part. Because if you know that Juggernaut storyline, the other issue of this costs a lot more than this one.
Yeah, I have that one. I have that second issue.
I was like, what? I think it's because of the cover. It's so damn good. When Spider-Man charging at the Juggernaut and his face all angry and stuff. I think that shit is awesome, and people want to charge a lot more for it.
Yeah. Oops, is what it is. Yeah, a bunch of cool books. Bunch of cool.
Here's a favorite of mine.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I like early Spider-Man. That particular time is like my favorite Spider-Man. Just, how he looked, how he's drawn, how things are. I was thinking
Kingpin wrecking him right there.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one where
that will not last, Sean?
Is that the one where his wife gives him the ultimatum, crime or me? And that's where he has to stop killing Spider-Man because it's midnight and he has a choice to make because his wife's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love the classic. In my origin story, I kind of wish I had this when I met John Romita Sr. all those years ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I stood in that line, I was like, man, I ain't got no Romita Senior book. I got this crappy Maximum Clonage book.
Yep.
So I was like,
that story's one of the funniest.
But hey, I got to meet the guy. That's what counts the most.
Hey, and you got something signed? Don't matter.
Yeah. Speaking of meeting people, as long as it's not canceled, I'm going to my second con this August, and I'm gonna get Jerry Conway to sign a few of my books. Send them in.
They canceled our cons everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, mine's still going as of right now. So I wanted him to sign ASM 136, first Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin.
Oh, I love that book too, man.
It's a pretty good.
I got
Pretty
my
good.
ASM 14 sent away right now, Matt. It's signed by Stan Lee, getting graded at CBCS. It's got to get verified.
Yeah, I have a Fantastic Four 14 that's signed by Stan Lee, and one that's Second Rhino.
Yeah, that's just the awesome cover, man. That yellow cover.
I was gonna get him to sign this because I didn't want to spend just yet for the first Punisher, but to get this one, which is because I have nothing against, like I said, the Marvel Milestone reprints, which are pretty much exact replicas.
Yeah.
Except because the facsimile is different as far as the price, but I was gonna keep this for my personal collection. I was thinking about having him sign this one, the second appearance of Punisher. And then I was gonna have these two reprints signed by him, and give one away as a contest, and then give the other one to my son. So I have a bunch of 129 reprints that I planned on signing or having him do. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I have my 129. I got that in the raffle that I was fortunate to win. But I was so happy when I got it. I know I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky. But I went, that was one raffle where I went all in on. I went all in on that raffle.
Yeah.
The only time I ever go all in on a raffle, I think I brought like 6-7 spots. I was like, I'm getting this book. Even if I'm in my mind, I was like, I may lose. I was like, I'm getting this book. I'm going all in. And sure enough, I won it.
Hey, if Matt snaps his fingers, man, in the stream might end.
I know, right? You're going to look at cancel the song stream.
Yeah. Where do you live again? So that way I know where the comics are unguarded.
All right, Matt, here's one more. Let's see if you got this one.
114. 108. Actually, I don't think so. That one.
Another cool one I got for a good deal.
108. Yep, got it.
You got a good one too, because that's another badass cover. How he's flying in.
Yeah, it is.
So you got you got a lot. I'm having trouble finding one you don't have. That's good. Always good.
A lot of those books, because I have I have a video series I did, my amazing Spider-Man collection, and it's grown a few books since then, and especially the higher ones, the lower grade issues. It's only changed a few books, the lower number issues. So,
yeah,
man. When I was watching that series, I was like, when you got to the very later ones, and you included those point issues. I hate those point issues, man. I'm like, that's kind of throws off the run for me.
Yeah. Oh, Matt, you shush. You and your 9.8 and your 9.2, 129.
Yeah, he's got a 9.2, 129.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? It was the same thing. I was like, Jesus, man.
But yeah.
So let me ask this question. Who is your definitive Spider-Man artist throughout the years?
I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just I think I'm a Romita kind of guy.
Me too. I'm Romita.
Like I said, when he showed the cover of 69, that particular style artwork, I love that look of Spider-Man, that look of the characters and all that. I like the Romita style. I'm not too particular on I have to have this person, but if I had to pick a single favorite person, it'd probably be Romita, just because he had the way the artwork was done at that time was pretty damn iconic, and is what I think of as Spider-Man when I think of it. And of course, Unruly Simeon says Bagley, and I do agree.
Bagley's good too.
I like Bagley was like some people got into Spider-Man with the Bagley, and then a lot of people got into it with McFarlane. Like when McFarlane did that Spider-Man run and created Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what made McFarlane huge, and then he did his own series and stuff like that. But I lean towards Romita Sr., and then Bagley will be my second. And then I'll put Ditko third. You know, because I like the Ditko's Spider-Man, even though I like him better as doing Doctor Strange because his psychedelic style working with the Doctor Strange was just awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Javi?
Hey, and like,
Man, Javi, jump in, man. What are you doing, dude?
yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing about Junior, John Romita Jr. I liked his style in the 90s more than I did recently. Like, people have an issue with how he draws, and it's like the blocky type. But in the 90s, I thought it was pretty badass. Like, when I got introduced to Romita Jr., you know, he was doing X-Men, he was doing Spider-Man, and he was doing Punisher. And I always loved the way he drew Punisher because he had Punisher look like a fucking badass. You know, I'm talking holding them guns. I mean, Warzone #1 is still my favorite cover of Punisher. And that was Romita Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sloppy the last 15 years. Yeah, I agree.
Gotta eat. But
Who
so
said that, Javi?
yeah, I gotta eat apparently. That's why you do it before the show.
Yeah, Javi, you can eat in about 5 minutes, and we'll see you. Thanks.
I wanna show some material on issue 74 of Spider-Man. This is the whole arc with Silvermane, which led to issue 75.
Yeah, I like that book.
Yeah, I liked the storyline. You know, especially involved, you know, Riddler. I always like the splash page.
I liked how Lizard looked. I like how Lizard looked back then and early on. That's definitely interesting how he was done.
Yeah, because I feel like the later on they exaggerated him. So instead of looking like a normal lizard, they tried to make him look more creepier and more like an aggressive lizard.
Yeah, I mean he was more man lizard in the beginning, and later on he was more lizard than man.
Yeah, I always liked when Spider-Man dealt with the mob, they're kicking ass.
Yeah.
And Silvermane was one of those villains that was pretty underrated.
Yeah.
Like you deal with Hammerhead and you deal with all the mid-tier villains that still are impactful in terms of street levels,
Yeah.
But I always liked the storyline. Issue 75 has one of my favorite covers with him walking away from the body of Silvermane.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you ought to know this book.
Oh Lord.
This is Reggie's favorite.
That is Captain Monkey, I believe.
Yeah, the Gibbon. Man, it seemed like every time I watched his channel, someone had something to say about the Gibbon.
So Reggie started Gibbon Gang.
The Gibbon Gang, yeah.
And then you had John's Comics with Kid with the Man Wolf Pack. And they were battling each other on that.
I still need that one. I still need to join the Wolf Pack. I still need to join that one. So
you don't have this one, Matt?
Oh, I have 4 of those.
Yeah, 4 of those. Yeah, because this is like to be in Reggie's channel. You got to have this. I think that's the first thing you got to show to get on. I'm trying to outnumber Reggie on that one. I'm trying to, I have more Gibbons than you. Haha. Oh man, everyone sends him that damn book.
Yeah. I finally beat him, and then here comes another video. He pulls out 2 more. It's like
I've got 50 Gibbons. You can't beat me.
I'm part of the Wolf Pack, says Javi. Gibbon Gang, not so much. And Unruly said, Gibbon Gang.
Gibbon came first, so therefore.
See, we already starting a war in the chat now.
We always do. This In and Out burger ain't no good.
This is some early spectacular.
All right.
Now Max made me go.
All right, I'm ready for the war.
Max made me go into a deep. I'm determined now at least to send 2 books to Matt since he keeps going. I got it.
Who said
you got this?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
nice.
I have a very low grade of that one, but I still have that one.
me and Matt are like collect exactly the same.
Here, I'm not even gonna look. Got it.
32.
32.
Also, Javi said, "Give him a few minutes, he'll jump on."
All right, I know I got Javi eating real quick. Come on, Javi.
That
Go
one.
down a little.
No, I do have that one still, but no. Yeah, I do. There you go.
You got 32 and you got 29. Man, you got a lot of good ones already, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back to the higher numbers. 113.
I want
That's a
that.
great one. What's up, who that?
I've always
You
been
don't have this one?
Nope.
All right, you got this one. Now I got 2. I feel better. I'm not if I see something else. I got one more I want to throw in if you don't have it. I love this one.
don't have it.
It's a king size.
Oh, king size.
Hey, Reggie didn't have this one forever. I almost sent it to him. I said, man, he's got too many people going to send stuff to him. So
Do not have that.
What's up, Bubs Comics?
Hey, Bob, how's it going? Yeah.
Bub's at 1 million subscribers now.
Yeah. It's been fun. Yeah, I seen stuff in the high 300s, 380s, and I thought, how do I move this along? Hey, who wants to win on 122?
Yeah. You want to move it along? Tag 3 friends, subscribe to the channel, and you'll be in the drawing for this 122.
Yeah, I just had to dangle the right bait, apparently.
Yeah.
Speaking of spectacular, this is one of my fave covers. I love this issue.
Oh yeah, very interesting. I mainly collect ASM. That's my run. I'm not into the other titles, but I do collect them now and then as they join my spectacular with the Corona. But
I'm a Spider-Man nut, so I collect all the Spider-Man books.
Yeah.
well, like
too.
all the books related to Kraven's Last Hunt and stories like that, where I want the full story, I'll venture out. But I might go out into Spectacular and Peter Parker and other, Spider-Man in general, just afterwards. But I already have a mountain to climb. I don't need a second one.
Comics on the mind.
Hey, Mind.
What's going on? Hey, what's up? Happy Saturday, everybody.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
What?
Talk about Spider-Man?
Oh, we talking Spider-Man.
We talking Spider-Man.
Oh, snap. I should have got out a bunch of Spider. I just grabbed a couple off the wall for real quick. Oh.
Shoot! It took me like 50 Spider-Man
got
to
that
get through
1.0
nice.
Spider-Man issue number 2, I think.
Ooh, beauty.
3.
Mission
Doc
three. And you
Beauty.
Spider-Man.
Come on,
Bing
that's
bong.
dope, though. So what was that you had?
I know, right?
That classic Ditko cover.
Oh yeah. R.I.P. Ditko. Yeah, number 33. Yeah,
I only have the Marvel
cover.
Tales of that.
Oh really?
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the original.
Yeah. I bought this.
Ooh.
I can show you a cover I hate, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
This one.
Oh man,
I don't hate that. I love that cover.
Freaking hate that cover, man.
I call
It just doesn't look. It doesn't look real to me. It's like, what the heck?
I call that. Oh shit! We forgot to do the cover.
Yeah, we forgot to do a
Take
cover.
a picture of someone.
This is our one backup.
Hey Jimmy, put on the suit and say cheese.
Jimmy of all people.
I thought people liked those cosplay variants.
Also, not the old ones.
Well, if
I know.
you give me Spider Girl with 2 little spiders, and then I'll be happy. But not that.
There you go.
Always liked that cover. Bubs liked it, so.
Yeah, a little crazy.
Nice.
Oh,
I mean, Kazar in this one.
Stays all right.
I'm looking at Craven because he's right here on my desk now.
Yeah, I still need that one. That one's for sure.
You need this one?
Yeah.
All right, you don't need it.
Yeah.
So now I got 3. I just trying to keep
Okay.
them together. trying to keep them together. Damn, the one I think he's gonna for sure have, this one, is the only one he doesn't have. Damn, that's crazy.
I can send you a screenshot if that make it a whole lot easier. Don't.
Oh yeah, because I can go. Oh, don't got that because I collect them. I collect keys, but when I have fillers that were good deals, I get them.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've done with several people. I've taken a screenshot of the top of the CLZ app with all the numbers and going, "Here's what
Yeah.
Yes,
I do the same. Like when I was looking for some She-Hulk, I sent the screenshot to CLZ to see what I show them what I have, and they'll go hunt some others that I don't have. So that's the best way to go.
Hey, blow Kirk up so we can see that back wall.
Oh, his wall.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, all my Spider-Man are up there.
Iron Spider, first Norman, first
Yeah.
Black Suit.
Oh yeah, you got the black suit issues right next to each other.
I'm coming for
Secret
that.
Wars.
Oh yeah, Secret Wars 8. But I want 299, 297, 298, and 300 eventually.
Yeah.
I had a 300 for about a week.
You traded it?
I gave it to
Got
Chad
mine.
90.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, I love that cover.
Yeah, that almost has to. You have to have that to say you're a Spider-Man collector.
What I did, I bought it. I bought it months ago or beginning of last year. It was 7.5 signed by Todd McFarlane, but I had bills that came up, or I had to raise some money quickly, and I had to sell my 7.5. But when I got this one back, I was going to buy another one, and this one came up, so I actually got a half a grade higher from an 8.0 instead of 7.5. So it was really cool. I lost the newsstand, but it's still signed by McFarlane, so I didn't miss out on much.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, you traded half a grade for a
Mine's just a
freaking
point
bottom.
down and not signed. So
Nice.
but I'll still do with what I got. Another raffle win too. I said this multiple times.
I remember when you won that.
Man, you're mad. You're making me mad, Sean. You're gonna have to interact.
Oh,
with me.
that is my favorite right there.
That
Oh, I want that book. Yeah.
that is one book I gotta get.
I got it I bought it from Old Man Spider on Instagram. It had
Oh, he's cool.
it has the tattoos in it. So I thought I was hoping for an 8.5, or I was hoping for 9.4, but I predicted an 8.5. So I was a little off. And then I have a second reader's copy, like a 4.0. It's a newsstand and it doesn't have the tattoos. So that's my reader's copy. This was my CGC.
That is a beautiful book, man. The purple and the way he's coming through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is awesome.
I like to paint, but I don't think I could attempt this. It's a little too much detail for me to try. If I was gonna attempt to paint a Spider-Man cover, it'd be more of the older style artists. That when the covers are a lot more simpler.
Yeah, that's my favorite villain, Hobgoblin. I like that whole run by Roger Stern.
Yeah.
I got the omnibus of that, the Roger Stern omnibus.
Yeah. There it is.
So we got Flicks and Comics. What's up, JoJo?
Yeah, what up?
So there's one other book I had. I have a double cover of ASM 185, but it's clear up there, and I'm not about to go moving it. Well, the way I have my J channel, so to get those books there, I have to slide everything in front of it off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So you always put in books you don't want to slide off. That must be one you don't want off.
No, the only reason I get them off is if I'm showing them off in a video and I have to prep work ahead of time. So if you see a video and you see some empty space behind me, it's because here it is. I had to prep for the show.
Here's a close view.
Yeah.
Yep. I enjoy his Avengers run too.
Nice. So Fuchsia, man. Well, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. So what's your favorite? I know there's a lot of Spider-Man stories out there. What's one of your favorites?
You already know
You're right.
my favorite. This is what got me into like modern day like stories. Superior Spider-Man. When I read the fact that he took over Peter Parker's mind, and our mind and body, and pretty much won. Like I was like, okay, I love twists in the story, so I had to read that one.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite ones.
I mean, I have half that Superior Spider-Man run. I started out pretty good. And it wasn't Peter Parker. I realized it was Peter Parker. Part of the reason I was making it. So it was Doc Ock. It was like, but as far as modern runs for me, I think Go Down Swinging, that Swing into 800 with the Red Goblin and the.
I want to read that one too. Yeah.
But if I had to pick a probably single favorite old school, it would be the original, whatever this part.
That's a great one.
I love that cover too, man.
I agree.
So this is actually one I'm going to attempt to recreate in paint. So it's simple enough for me to attempt, but that was still a cover I love. So that's my storyline for favorite runs. Although I like, I think I also like the what's the storyline where Gwen Stacy and Green Goblin die, or whatever. That story.
Oh, that's the 120, 122,
121, 122,
121.
Yeah. And I like that. Got Gwen out of the way because I like Mary Jane.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
I liked it. One of my favorite runs was J. Michael Straczynski before it went off the rails towards the end. I liked the J. Michael Straczynski's run. He introduced some interesting concepts in there, like the whole Moreland and the spider. I can't remember the title that he did, but I remember that run at the time when I was reading it. I very much enjoyed it. And then it kind of petered out getting towards the end. They had the storyline where they had, for some reason, they had the Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn had kids.
Mm-hmm.
That since past storyline, and I was like, I don't know about that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It was
that kind of rubbed me off. And then he did Civil War, and then the whole Back in Black, and then I don't even want to talk about One More Day.
No, thank you.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Because it's like, I mean, I understand the whole younger Spider-Man teenager. That's the core of the character, and you can't have someone perpetually 15 forever. You need to get the younger readers, but you need to keep the older readers. I think if you keep them mid-20s, you're still young enough to get the college students, college age or whatever. You can still get newer readers in there, but you can still be happy with the older readers. At the very least, why don't you create a second, Amazing Spider-Man, alternate reality where you can create the married Parker that we all love.
I just. Why would you have him make a deal with Mephisto of all people?
Yeah,
I know.
That really took me out of it. I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
After the die in a year anyway.
I was like, come on now.
She's gonna die in a year anyway. You're only delaying it.
Well, here's my rant. I hated Aunt May when they brought her back.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that issue 400 was possibly the best issue for her to go out with. If you read that story, it still kind of resonates because it's the original death of Aunt May. It's a somber story, but yet at the same time, it felt like her closure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just threw it all away and said, "Oh yeah, that was a fake. We had Aunt May hiding in Norman Osborn's secret house. He kept her all this time, and that one that died in 400 was a fake." And ever since then, I hated Aunt May. I felt like her story arc had ended with 400, and it would end it perfectly. They brought her back, and I was like, she's useless to me because I don't see the purpose of keeping her around.
Yeah.
that's why the fact that her storyline was tied into that One More Day shit, you know, where Peter's willing to give up his marriage to save Aunt May. I'm like, she shouldn't even be around for him to do that shit, man. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. She should have been long gone, man.
Well, why don't you go tell the writers what you feel? Go on. I want the marriage gossip.
Hey man, don't try to rob Matt.
You get decapitated.
Yeah, I only have one gun. You know, I only have one gun, but I like swords because I like the personal touch.
Yeah, I don't have any guns.
If you're gonna rob me,
I have a Den Marini bat, and I hit dingers.
yeah. If you're gonna rob me or hurt my family, I'm gonna look into your eyes as you die. If you hurt my family, you know. So, you know.
Oh man.
I can be pretty vindictive and sick when I want to be.
Yeah, don't be like, don't let the glasses fool you now.
Yeah, well, I actually slept in my contacts last night, so my contacts were bugging me. So unfortunately, I had to wear my glasses today. So yeah.
You know who's another underrated Spider-Man artist? And I posted this the week before, and it got like over 200 likes. And that's Sal Buscema, brother of John Buscema. I always liked his run on Spectacular. And this cover, it's one of those covers that when you see in the store, it immediately captures your attention, and you want to pick it up to read it.
Oh, I love that run. Is that part one, or is that the conclusion?
This is the conclusion. It's a 3-part story.
I need that one.
Yeah, like 190,
yeah,
195 and 96. Too. Yeah, I enjoyed his run. Him and JD DeMatteis.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that. His artwork is really good. This is one of my favorite covers.
Oh, that's nice.
Fucking Rhino squeezing the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like John Buscema's style. I mean, not John. I love John Buscema, but Sal is underrated. You know, with his own unique perspective. Like even this cover, the one that I posted. You know.
Oh yes, I love a great cover.
And not only that, this is one of the instances where what happens on the cover actually happens inside the book the same exact way. You know, that's what makes it even more funny. I'm trying to find the page. I just love how, you know, Spider-Man gets surrounded by those creatures. Here it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a better picture than Rhino's first appearance. I mean, when you get back to it, because I call the thumbnail.
Oh yes, I want that one. I'm coming for that cover.
Yeah, I actually bought this. Whoever it was coverless, and whoever did it had like 6 staples, 4 or 5 staples down here, and 3 or 4 up here. So I'm here with a knife, pair of pliers, going, peel it back slowly. Just removed all these extra staples. So because it wasn't needed. It's not like it's not like I was going to be reading it after the first time. I read it once and then put it back in here and didn't touch it again. But I didn't need those extra staples there. Just But yeah, I mean, I got this here.
Oh, nice. First Sandman.
Yeah, First Sandman. It's a little bit of a. There was a sticker here at some point. Someone had tried to remove it, so it turns out this white thing is part of it. It just ripped all the ink off the cover, but it's missing the back cover. That's the only thing wrong with it. But it's a nice, presentable front cover. But again, if you're not a high grade completionist, or you must have a 4.0 or higher kind of thing, you can be perfectly happy with books like this.
Yep. If I'm going to be missing something, it'll be the back cover, because I'm the front cover dude. You can show it and it looks great.
Well, like I said, I'll get it with the repro cover. So
I love that cover right there, man. I love the way Electro looks on that cover, man.
because this is one of my coverless books, but with a reproduction cover, so I can have that 12 cent, the date, everything in there. You know, it might not be a original, it might be a 0.5 grade if I have it submitted, but I don't care. It still looks very nice to look at. I know it's a real book underneath there.
Kyle said low grade's better than no grade, and he's right, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Not having a book at all.
Yeah. Really, really cool.
Especially if you're a reader like you guys are. You guys read way more than me, so
yeah,
you gotta read it.
Yeah.
So I liked this storyline here, the third Doc Ock or whatever, when he's actually has his face revealed. Everyone's like, "That's not his Spider-Man." It's really cool. This is missing a piece of a page. Story's affected. Was not happy when I found that out because it wasn't advertised, but I got a partial refund for it. So, and one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, was that 39?
Nice.
39.
That's a
39.
beautiful cover.
That's a nice cover.
In fact, I think it's.
That's on the brink of iconic covers to me, like right there with you see that. I knew that book immediately from just seeing Green Goblin, that look he's got.
Yeah, I was a Green Goblin fan. I mean, Hobgoblin was cool, but I never quite got into him. I was always Green Goblin. Was my favorite villain for Spider-Man. The Lex. You got Joker, Lex Luthor. Green Goblin. You got the main. That's who the villain is. Whatever. That's the arch enemy to me. So
True. Green Goblin is the number one goblin.
yeah.
I just liked the Hobgoblin because of the whole mystery with how Roger Stern wrote him.
Mm-hmm.
And I have what's his name? Mindshift was showing some Larson. I saw that Larson he threw up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got to throw up some Larson. I like his Venom more than I did McFarlane's.
Yeah, I think he.
That cover right there you showed, man.
Yeah, I think he perfected his style, honestly, and made it better.
Yeah, I got this one.
Oh, that's nice. I need to get back into my Spider-Man.
The one that I'm missing is the one where you see the reflection of Spider-Man in Venom's eyes, which I don't know how is that possible when Venom's eyes is not shiny or reflective or something like that. But it's still an awesome cover.
Yeah, I want that one too. That one's a great cover as well.
Yeah. I can see that because there's several covers. I mean, I'd almost rather get, in a sense, a coverless book than get one that's done the wrong way. I mean, my ASM 3 here, it has tape on 3 sides here, but it's enough of it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me too much. Or it didn't really bother me, so I got it. But if it was like browning right down the middle kind of thing, or over here, I wouldn't have got it because the cover wouldn't have appealed to me. But I would have bought a coverless ASM3, and it would have been cheaper. And with a reproduction cover, I could make it prettier. So if I want some picture to look at,
like sometimes if you want the book, and depending on the grade, like I know Gabe Love Comics, who be on the Omni Bros network. He got a 0.5 Fantastic Four with no cover and all, but that was his grail. He wanted that so badly. He paid what he can pay for it and got that. Just like you got that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for $375, I own a single page of AF-15. And the funny thing is, I counted the pages that are supposed to be there, and if I paid this much money for each page, I could build my own AF-15 for around the same price as a 0.5. It would just been funny, and marry the cover and have but yeah. So someday in the future, I might buy a completed book for AF-15, but I own the page. I own my 9.8 facsimile reprint. Technically, I'm happy. The only thing, the next big book on my list was ASM-1. That was my next holy grail that I need to get. So.
What's up, Z Collects?
What's up, Z?
Yo, what up?
Here's the book that Must Mind Shift was showing earlier.
Oh yeah, that's a great book.
Yeah.
And I love his homage cover that he did with the Savage Dragon, with the Fiend holding the bloody head of Savage Dragon. I posted that numerous times. But I love that one. Lawson to me was like one of my favorite Spider-Man artists, besides just Bagley, Romita, and Ditko. And you also had McFarlane, who I enjoyed. Here's a Bagley cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that one. That's great.
I have my books where I have to have a certain grade. I wanted Superman 75. Death of Superman. That was one of my single favorite books back there. I originally got it 9.6, but I wanted a 9.8. And so I finally sold the book I had, upgraded it to one that was signed by Dan Jurgens. And so now I have that 9.8 perfect grade that I wanted. So there are a few books that I have to have a certain grade on. But they're not, but I'm not going to be, I have to have a 9.8.
Yeah,
I must have a
good
9.8.
luck with that in Amazing Spider-Man early, Volume 1. Good luck.
Yeah, with Amazing Spider-Man, especially on 1 to 50 or so, I got a grade. There you go, yay! So
Like my 361, this one, it's a reprint. It's the
I have that one over here.
That was one book that I donated to the Hero Initiative. That and the 2 issues after.
Oh, nice.
I had the first print. Yeah, I had the first print of 361 with 362 and C363.
Bought
I
it.
donated them.
I mean, I thought about doing that, but the only books I have worth value would have been my ASM, and I couldn't let go of them. So it was like, so I couldn't do it. So.
I was gonna auction a book off, but Matt forgot about me in the back and never put me on, so I never sold it.
Yeah, although this book is currently for sale. I just haven't posted it yet.
That's a sweet book.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a beauty.
Yeah, I can't stand wing ankles. Ankle wing. I can't stand them.
You gonna sell that, Matt, and put that towards ASM?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's one of the things I'm gonna do. In fact, I'm moving forward with the one guy. I'm gonna get that book from him. So,
The ASM one.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat, shh, it's a surprise.
Don't say it out there.
So
Man.
I'm gonna get it. So just need to start.
I got this Black Society pressed, and it's real nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I don't see much wrong with it, but I can't see too good. So
Yeah.
whenever I think it's real high grade, it usually ain't. And sometimes when I think it is. It's crazy.
Cool.
What's up, Rob?
Yeah. Hey Rob, yeah, help me out. I have a show I'm starting I want to start doing on Wednesday, so I had him provide the voice for the intro.
That's awesome.
Who, Rod the Rican?
Yeah, no, Rob Wurst.
Oh, Rob Worth. Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, so
Rob has that good speaking voice that
Yes.
I can.
Welcome to Not Near Mint. This is Rob Worth.
This is Rob Worth, and it's not near mint. And
How's
this
it going,
here is
Avi?
Bobby, the conquistador, who has
Yo.
joined us after a nice lunch.
Well, my lunch It's on the side. I just cooked.
He still got it going.
Yeah, my hair's a mess. It's all good though. We're showing off some Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of Spider-Man modern stuff. This is dark green, the list. The short Halloween, it's like a pun on the long Halloween, the Batman story. Some Spider-Man Deadpool. Spider-Man on a wheelchair.
All right, we joined by Rob here.
Hey!
Hey, Rob.
Rob the best.
It's been a while since he's been on the show.
Harvey, Stay Puff,
What's going on,
Sean, and
everybody?
Mike Swift. Hello, everybody.
For someone who's the worst, you have the best view of comic books.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Hey, when I sent him an AOK, I put Rob the best on there on purpose. I don't know if he saw it.
Hey! Awesome, man.
Sent you one of my favorite books ever, Rob, since 90 and them AOK'd me a good one. I said, let me send mine off. It's just how it goes, dude. It was awesome.
Thank you so much. It's one of my favorites, too. I'm trying to put together a nice part of a wall for my Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know I'm going to love that one. I can't wait. You know Guardians is high on my list.
So how's it going, Rob?
I apparently need to take my cat to the vet because I woke up this morning, started patting him, and looking at her eye, and I'm going, oh, God damn it, either the eye burst or a cat got into the fight with my other cat. So I'll be doing that next week. How's everybody else's week's going?
Well, better than that.
Yeah.
You'll have to go to the
You're making ours look better.
He is in my lap right now.
I don't know. I had one thing. I had to take my cat to the emergency room last year. My wife and I rescue dogs from the pound or whatever instead of buying dogs or whatever we adopt.
Yeah.
But the dog we got a pit bull mix. You know, which she loves pit bulls, but he was a bait dog in the beginning, and so he's protective of his food. And my son accidentally didn't because we have crates that we feed them in, so that way they don't get into fights with their food. And he forgot to close the door. The cat got too close and punctured her eye and throat a little bit, but she's perfectly fine and healthy. We got her to the vet, all-night vet kind of a thing. So $350 vet bill, but the cat's fine, and he got a guilt trip out of it.
What do you always say about pets when it comes to their health? You can always make more money.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
we were a little mean. I was a little upset, so we were a little mean. It came home. She didn't make it. What?
Oh my God.
No. So
Give him a little psychological, like.
yeah. My brother, he's doing an errand for me. So
No, why not?
It's going to be tribute in this day's Hunger
Hey, man, what's
Games.
going on?
yeah.
Reason out of Walmart.
Yeah, he works at Walmart for a second job. So anyway, see you later.
All right.
Good luck. Bye. Love you. Bye.
We didn't know that we were live.
That's his
The first
appearance.
appearance of Matt's brother.
Yeah, there you go. First appearance.
Get this episode slabbed, the 9.8.
Yeah.
Hey,
It might grow into a bigger appearance later on.
You know, only on the death issue, maybe.
Damn. That's cool.
That might become another huge appearance like that first appearance of Prophet in Youngblood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Profit. That you'll make some profit having profit. Anyway, here's some more Sal Buscema with Spider-Man punching the hell out of She-Hulk.
Nice.
She-Hulk. I love She-Hulk.
Yeah, but Spidey ain't show no love to her.
If he could take on Hulk, he could definitely take on a She-Hulk, but you know he does
Why
like
is he not
women
gonna
after
hurt?
MJ.
Yeah.
Practice on She-Hulk.
Oh,
Don't
man.
hit women, kids.
Yeah, that's a bad cover for the kids to see.
Yeah, it's like Chris Rock said: you can't hit a woman, but you can shake the shit out of her.
Well, you're welcome.
Don't do that
Show
either.
that again.
Which,
Oh, one of my
Oh,
favorite.
Moon Knight.
One of my favorite Moon Knight.
you know,
Covers,
you're welcome to
yeah.
try. Said you're welcome to try with my wife. You'll end up dead, but you're welcome to try. You know, nice. I didn't get the appeal of Spider-Man and Deadpool. I guess I never bought those
It's
issues.
just the two.
I was surprised it went 50
Characters.
issues.
Yeah, it went far. It went deep, but the stories were good. Like for, comics tend to be on the more serious side. Violence and destruction and everything like that. But this is just two characters hanging out.
So
getting in trouble.
that cover right there, they put dialogue on it, and it's like they standing in that one pose talking.
It's a third printing, that's why. So it's talking about like, oh wow, we got to this many printings. Like that's what they're talking about.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, what printing is it? Did you look at the cover? What printing is it? Did you look at the cover?
Right.
You don't know the different colors and the damn printing number is on the barcode.
Yep.
Well, nerds like us know that, but the noobs that are just joining, they don't know all the time.
All right. But I never got the appeal of Deadpool. I mean, maybe it was just the movies or whatever. He was just a little too. I mean, I'm not sensitive by any means. That was a little too colorful of a character for me. It was like, okay, I'm uncomfortable here.
You don't like colorful characters?
There's colorful characters, and then there's someone pukes the rainbow.
Oh, there we go. Period. That
Yeah.
forceful kiss.
You speaking my language, Hobby.
That's right.
Don't let me bust out the whole run.
Oh, there goes Rob with the first Deadpool.
Ah,
When
that's
Deadpool started here, he was just a boring character. But by the time Daniel Ray started writing him and Joe Kelly, then he became Bugs Bunny of Marvel.
That's true.
Yeah.
I read some of them Joe Curley issues. I picked them up occasionally when I was younger.
trying to turn me against Bugs Bunny.
You know Rob, man. He gonna bust out the big books.
Yeah. Oh, they had like Stan Lee.
I've never seen that one before.
I think it's a one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man, Spidey, Sunday Spectacular.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that.
Puff, this is going in your box, Puff.
What? That's a variant to issue number 1, huh?
Yeah,
I like that one.
yeah, it's a big book, man. It's a thick book. Oh, I love this cover. It's Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah, I
issue
got
number
two of
4.
those. Yeah, that.
But
Why
it's,
Conan wasted such a good cover? I can't believe it. I
Yeah.
love Conan. You know that.
a Spider Villains cover. I love this with the Red Goblin in the back.
I love the Red Goblin. I wish they'd bring him back. And put him
They gotta bring
You
him
know
back.
they're
There's
gonna.
no way.
Oh, and then I have a lot of these Alex Ross covers. This is issue number 2 of that run.
Alex Ross is
Is that
very
the Rock
familiar
run?
to me.
Oh,
You know, I either love Alex Ross's covers or I absolutely hate it. There's no middle ground. It's
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I've never heard somebody say they hate Alex Ross covers.
well, I don't know. I don't hate.
You're indifferent.
I like that one, but it's just every once in a while, how it's done is like pass. If I didn't have to get it to get the run, I would have passed on it. You know,
So you kind of wish they were variants so you wouldn't have to pick them up.
if I found the variant first, I would have. I like that one. It's just the faces. It's just some faces. Once in a while don't win.
I really did this one when the Silver Sable came back.
Yeah.
That's the stack I got right here. I got a whole bunch of other Spider-Mans.
Yeah, I think Ross did that whole run, did he?
On the covers, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this issue. Let me see if I can find it, which is my favorite issue of that run. And whenever I see this issue, I try and buy it. I think I'm at 3 copies right now. I'll go for it. Yeah.
Nice.
Is that 3 or 5, Rob?
This is number 3.
Yeah, the
Second
one you got to
printing,
get from Walmart.
from Walmart, 1624.
Yeah. That's sweet. I think I have number 5. I don't think I have that 3.
Yeah, Z Collect says, "How can you hate a Ross cover?"
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Well, I don't think a lot of people like Dan Slott's run of Spider-Man. I heard a lot of people weren't
I don't
fans
know.
of it. I want to read it.
It's pretty good. I mean, especially around the Spider-Verse. Didn't he write Spider-Verse storyline around that time period?
Yeah, he did.
I liked that. I mean, I liked it. I mean,
I'll be honest, I haven't read any of them, so I
It
don't.
was like Slot and Gage, I think.
You know, I kind of fell off after Spider-Verse. Like I read most of his run, like starting with Big Time. But that's when I kind of jumped back on Spidey. I read the trades of that, then read all the Superior.
Yeah.
And at first, you know, I remember when Superior first started, people was mad at issue 700. So they're, oh man, I'm done with Spider-Man. You know how comic fans get, oh, I'm not buying that. It's a disrespect to Spider-Man. So it's like when they did Captain.
Year, you knew it wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
forever.
I always say with these changes that it's temporary. It ain't gonna last forever. Just like when they made Jane Foster Thor and Sam Wilson Captain America. Like you think they're gonna be Captain America and Thor for 25 years? No. It's temporary.
You give them 2 years and that's it. After 2 years, you
I swear
milk everything
people
you
just
can
complain
out
just
of
to
it.
complain.
It's time for something new.
but
People complain to complain.
Well, some people
You
are.
have this? You have this?
Yeah, I have
one?
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I posted that on this past Monday.
All right, I was just making sure.
hey, Rob, before I forget, thank you again for providing the words for the
No
intro.
problem.
It's gonna be very, very interesting. So
Yeah, I just wish I would have gotten to it sooner because that same day I've been having a lot of migraines lately. I don't know why. So like I laid down and then realized, oh crap, I never recorded anything.
yeah,
Okay, let's get some motivation here to not want to kill myself and go, okay. 1 will enter. Wait, no, 2 will enter. 1 will leave.
yeah. I'm going because when I get started on a project, if it's a short one, I drive through to complete it. So I'm here at midnight going. Almost done. Almost done.
No, you're the opposite of me. I'm the idiot that's starting at midnight because that's when I can only really get things done because the creative time is middle of the night.
Yeah,
The
there you
time
go.
when I feel creatively deplete is first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's the
I feel like
perfect
I
way to
agree.
say it, Goat. But yeah,
Hey, Sanimation joined us. What time
Hey,
is it there?
animation. I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it must be like what 3 in the morning over there in the Netherlands.
I forgot. The StreamYard is so slow when it comes to the comments popping
I know.
up. Now I'm just getting it.
Oh! I found the red. Okay. So Matt said he likes some Red Goblin, right?
yeah,
Trying to get those connecting variants.
nice.
Oh,
That says I must have you.
Yes,
That's $7.99.
I got it somewhere.
I was probably one of those that didn't really see the big hoopla over the Red Goblin.
He's a Green Goblin, but invincible.
That's why I didn't really jump all over. I'm like,
Nice.
It's more
Like-
Alex Ross.
Well, just like with the Red Goblin, you knew that he wasn't going to be Red Goblin forever. But if he proves popular enough, they'll
Yeah,
have to
I-
make another character that's nobody into Red Goblin.
I want it to go full Green Lantern. I want there to be a full spectrum of goblins.
I was just about to say that. I was like, are we gonna get every color of Goblin out there?
Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Blue Goblin.
Blue Goblin.
No, Peter's always defeating me. I'm so depressed.
When they gonna bring back Demo Goblin or something like that? You know, I like the Demo. He was just
Issue
a
800.
fucking.
Oh, come on, they can all the goblins can join together and be the Goblin Rainbow.
That's it for me. That's like pretty much the whole Red Goblin run right there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go check something out real quick. We'll be right back.
I'm just gonna show this badass cover right here because this right here, and Rob is probably reaching for it right now. This classic cover here.
Yours has something mine doesn't.
You
An
got,
Adichia that doesn't have a cigarette burn.
ooh,
Oh no.
that's horrifying right there.
Yeah,
Let me put my
that's not
cigarette on the
good.
comic
I was
book. That's
15 when I
brilliant.
did that.
Damn. I love this cover so much.
Oh, it's
Not
amazing.
only for the first appearance, just the cover alone. It's just, like I said, back in the days, comic covers was more than just, variants and stuff like that. You wanted to pick it up and read it.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't about
Yeah.
just the cover artists is doing all these great covers. When you saw this, you like, oh shit, this character is ripping Spider-Man suit in half. You want to read it right there, right on the newsstand. So
Yeah.
that's why I just like the older Spider-Man covers and older comic covers in general.
So, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Is it that the older ones were more hand drawn, hand painted, and the new stuff is all done by computer?
Digital art, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, there's a lot of great covers out there, but will you read the book? That's the thing, because most people are cover buys now. There's a lot of people that buy for the covers. There's a lot of people that buy for both the cover and the read, and then there's people that buy for speculation. I buy the read the comic, and if it's a great cover, it's a great cover.
Now, personally, since
That's
I don't
fine.
really sell anything, when I look at speculation, I go, well, is it going to be a permanent piece of my collection? So now I'm going to have to conjecture and extrapolate from 6 months to a year from now. Am I still going to give a crap?
Yeah,
And
No,
9
it's
out
not.
of 10.
that's why.
The thing is, those day one new comic book Wednesday buys, when you're like
The
completely unsure,
covers look
just have
awesome.
to pick it up and go, well, this is the newest issue of X-Men, and I've been getting every issue, so I'll get it. But what about that? I don't know. Here's a good example. These are just ones I'm still haven't yet to read. Hell yeah, that dropped. I'm like, well, it's a digital cover. There's like 20 different copies of 20 different versions of X-Men out. I guess I could drop this one, and before you know it, all of a sudden it turns into Thanos 13 or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 95.
That's FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Yeah, like this cover right here. I
Nope.
bought it only for the cover. That was one of them new ones.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's based on the video game.
That's
Yeah,
a
the video game one. I said, man, that cover is if a cover.
I think my
just because
brother
of the
wanted that
This
cover.
one will be it. I bought a couple like that. Like this is like,
Oh man, that's really nice.
yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
I
I
love
got,
those Carnage Eyes covers.
and I bought this.
I like how
simply
it's a
for the cover.
reflection, like a mirror reflection. That's so. Oh yeah, that's classic.
Well, by the time it gets to issue 305, there it became the better of all of these Spider-Man titles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my
That's your
favorites.
trash, I think.
Yeah, this is Ryan Brown. Stash or trash. I already had stashed it, Avi.
Okay.
Now, if only they could really do something
But
with
this is
Cooper.
Spider Gwen, but it's just a cool ass cover.
That's nice. Yeah, I like the background.
Yeah, they're in like an alleyway fighting. It's awesome. A couple more variants. that
Hey,
were-
Super Russ, what's going on?
It's
What's up, Super Russ?
Plain Jane.
Yeah, that's about as plain as a cover you get. That last
Yeah.
one showed.
Yeah, this is just a plain cover. It's a
Those are
very
classic, man. Whenever he's just swinging,
Yeah, I like this one too. He's shooting a web at you.
that's cool. Yeah, I like the background of that one. Yeah.
Oh, let's gotta show this one because this is Sean.
Hmm.
The Hobgoblin.
Nice,
Is
man.
that Ramita?
I don't know. I know it's in the 97, so it could be.
Looks like Ramita.
No, it's
Jr.
Perez. I think it says Friends and Perez on the bottom right here.
Oh, okay.
Great covers do sell crappy books sometimes. Sales
That
books.
they do.
Yes, they do.
It's marketing.
What do you guys think about
Yeah.
Miles Morales?
Yeah,
Man, he's
I
great.
like Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah, I
loving
wanna-
the title. He just got the crap kicked out of him by some organization that we still don't know who it is yet. And his uncle's trying to turn good, but since he needed to help out his nephew, he basically sold his soul out. So now he's working with the bad guys, and one of them made him from the universe. So it's great stuff.
Yeah.
I want
Spider
that
Kid.
cover.
This is, of course, one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, I wanna.
I have a few Miles Morales trades and a couple of single issues, but I haven't
I wanna
like
take
read
up that.
everything of his.
I actually think it got better when Bendis left.
For,
That's not surprising.
For Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, he was great at the onset, but it just showed me that maybe a white, middle-aged Jewish man should not be writing an adolescent African American with Hispanic heritage child. Maybe somebody else should, and we were right. Mahmoud Assad is really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the current run.
Here's that, the video game Spider-Man that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah.
That one.
It's a
I only brought that for that cover.
yeah. Yeah.
Same here.
The video games, like, and I'll admit it, I brought it for the cover. I did not get that event.
I have it. I don't remember it. I don't remember reading through it. So.
I got it. I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Issue
I want to read it.
2
Hey, Sepa,
and issue 3.
how are we is this chat gonna go on for a bit longer? I have to make I have to run a real quick errand for about 20 minutes. I just want to know if I can come back afterwards, but just want to know if we're
Oh yeah. They'll probably still be on.
All right. So I'll go ahead and leave for right now, and then I'll come back with the link when I'm back home. So
No
gotta
problem.
run to the Y.
Peace out, dude.
Yeah,
Be safe, man.
You say
Right.
It's all good priorities.
Hey, Sean.
Sean's gonna go another 3 hours.
Yeah,
Ooh, that is
Cover,
a
but-
beautiful cover.
but right there, look at that.
Is that my boy?
showing his little mugshot at the very bottom, wanting you to bring him that leg. The Miles Morales. I do like Miles Morales. I gave my Ultimate Fallout 4 away, so I'll probably have to get another one soon.
Steve, you
Oh, yeah,
always
man.
A-OK and something, man.
I sent it to McD,
I
man,
know, right?
and it was he. I know he really wanted it. He wanted it more than me. And this is total cover by. I love this cover.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Great.
Dang it,
Anything for
lady.
Halloween is awesome.
Yeah, Halloween
Can we get a
covers
little
look
closer
just-
on the goblin?
Yeah, it's like it's the Venomized villains. Jeez,
Just
man. I
love
mean,
the
that's
texture.
crazy. Cool cover.
Here's the issue that Mindshift. This was all the lead up to Superior
Oh
Spider-Man.
yeah, I want that one. I want it. I'm gonna have it one day. That's
I mean,
a beautiful cover. Yeah.
yeah, this and you know what the funny here's the thing. Here's my impulsiveness back then with Marvel, which is why I kind of burnt myself out of Marvel. When Marvel relaunched all their books,
Mhm.
there's always a
legacy.
specific time where they go back to the big numbers.
Yeah.
Whenever an anniversary issue comes,
Back to the legacy.
I
number.
fucking can't help myself but buy them because I like anniversary issues. It's what I grew up off of back in the days when we read comics. You get to that anniversary issue, it felt special. Even if the story wasn't that special, it still felt special. So I buy all these damn anniversary big number issues, and then Marvel, I stick around because the story is interesting. I read a couple books. Marvel relaunches the damn book. And I'm like, see how y'all suck me in on this shit with these big double-sided numbers, and then you're gonna relaunch it a few months later? Like, what the fuck is the point of going back to the old number?
Called it jumping off point.
Exactly, man. Like you relaunch it and I jump the fuck off. They say relaunching it for new readers, but you send my ass off.
Okay, what I'm not getting right now is that between Marvel and DC, they both had an anniversary issue come up, and then the next issue, it just kept the legacy, and then the other one, it goes right back.
Yeah.
Immortal Hulk was issue 30, and then Immortal Hulk / Incredible Hulk issue 750, and then Immortal Hulk 33. Then it's Flash issue number, what is it? Number 87, 88.
Yes.
750, then 750, 150, 250. Yeah. What the hell?
Same with Wonder Woman.
It makes it bad for going back to find volumes because now you like this volume ends at like a certain issue and then it goes to 750. I'm like, wait a minute, you just went back to the original number of the first volume. Why are you doing that? You're throwing off my collection here.
Yes.
I mean, now, if we want to really be fair about this, all the way back from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s, comic book publishers would start at random ass arbitrary numbers.
Yes.
Like, you did not see a first issue from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, mostly because media companies wanted to make sure that these books were viable. So they started out at like issue number 13 or 15 because, well, this looks like it's been going and it's been selling. So, okay, we'll carry this. Issue 1, what the hell's that? That's probably not going to sell. Get it out of here. Yeah. And others just didn't want to have to pay the price to put out a new first issue, which would just be another cost. And comic publishers were the cheapest people on the planet. Just ask Stan Lee and the people that work for him. But instead of giving a new issue number 1, they just go, well, Doctor Strange, we have Strange Tales 168. 169 is Doctor Strange now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
and you look at a lot
of getting a new issue number 1. Things changed after about 1969 when they were sold to National Periodical, which was at the time DC Comics. So things were weird all the time when it came to issue numbers and publishing.
And the funny thing was, a lot of those series, like Journey into Mystery and Tales to Astonish and Suspense, they all just continue on under the characters that they switched to. Like Incredible Hulk started at 102, right? Yeah. 102.
Yeah, because before then it was Tales to Astonish. Before that, it was title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least Incredible Hulk for the longest time in the annals of Marvel history was be careful that you don't become like that. So this is why we can't release too many issue number 1s. In fact, let's cancel that and we'll come out with Daredevil and hope that doesn't fail. They were all too afraid that things were going to fail. They were like Robert Kirkman when he was first putting out Walking Dead. He didn't think he'd get past issue number 2 or 3, let alone 100.
Yeah.
What about Amazing Fantasy 15, Rob?
Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy was about
like 3 times on that.
And then they threw Spider-Man in that. You know, they didn't say, okay, let's come out with Spider-Man number 1 till after they saw the reaction from Amazing Fantasy 15. Oh, people love this one. Okay.
We got Sharon in the chat.
15 was like the last chance. Like, well, we're going to cancel this. Just retitled it for the 3rd time. Do whatever you want. You want to put a Bugman in there? That's a kid.
You want to put a tree and name it Groot?
But at least back in the day, when you read some of the older Groot stories, he actually talked more than just "I am Groot."
The very first story, he was just an alien.
He was a bad guy.
He would kill y'all. He was just a monster. It was back in the day. That hated Smallville for Monster of the Week. Comic books is what started Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
That killed me in the movie, Sean. His vocabulary ain't good like using mine.
but the funny thing about Groot, when I was reading, I think War of Kings, I love the crossover with Guardians and the Inhumans because Maximus, he thought Groot was the leader. He was the smartest of the group. You know, every time Groot say something, he like, man, you're so smart. You know, you should be the leader of this team. You know, like I'm just amazed by your intelligence. He's like, I am Groot. I'm like, man, this man is intelligent.
Oh, have you seen the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War?
I gotta watch that.
Okay, you're gonna like that because you have King Shark, and all he says, it's like Groot. King Shark is a shark. King Shark is a shark. And then finally you get King Shark is proud to have served with you. It's like, wait, what? You could have talked the whole time? Sometimes it's better not to
hey,
do it.
Sean, what other word does Groot say except for "I am Groot"? He says a couple other words one time in the movie. In Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Trivia
time.
Oh, or he yelled.
He
Man, I
says,
ain't seen
he
Guardians
says one
in a
other
while, man.
phrase
He
outside
says,
of "I am
"We are Groot."
We are Groot.
We are
when
Groot.
When he grew the tree, he put himself around everyone to put him inside.
Yeah.
So he goes, "But you're gonna die." He says, "We are Groot."
So you substitute one word, man.
Hey,
It's
two.
something.
We are.
It's about a character arc, and he was able to use another adjective.
He used another adjective.
That's
Sorry,
Vin Diesel,
Sean.
right? Isn't that the voice?
That's
Vin
Vin Diesel, right?
Yeah.
He's like that.
Yeah, man. And Bradley Cooper is Rocket. How do you get 2 stars like that doing that? It's crazy.
It's
I
amazing.
mean, they're
think
just not
this came
regular
about
stars.
in the
It's like
same way
mega
that in
stars.
South Park, way back in the day, they wanted to get a very famous actor to be in their cartoon series. So they got George Clooney to go, bark. And that's all he did. Where was George Clooney? He was
Dog.
on the bark.
I thought he was the turkey. I thought he was a turkey
Was
in the Thanksgiving episode.
He might have been that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
He just thought it was the most hilarious thing that these two idiot animators go, yeah, I know you're really famous and we want you in our episode. You're just going to bark. You're just going to cluck like a turkey.
Can you imagine telling your wife, "What are you going to do today?" "I'm going to the studio to bark, and I'll be right
Rough.
back." That's all I'm doing.
Wait, what did you just say? Rough.
Gruff.
Hey, don't.
You know what? I'm not going to
Don't
answer
worry.
this. No one knows what you're going to do, honey. I'm going to go bang the pool boy. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Russ.
Peace out, Super Russ.
Super Russ.
Enjoy your lunch, brother.
I'll show these off and then I'll get
Oh,
going.
that was my favorite series of last year.
I got issue
Yeah, everybody keeps telling me to read.
1 and 2. I need to get the other issues. And then
Definitely read that. It is fantastic.
here's all my volume 1 stuff. This is the reprint, like the one that came with the
Nice.
toy.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I got that. This is like
Oh, I got that one. That's a good, cool issue.
yeah, it has like the year of the reader mark on it. I forget what issue this is. I don't know what, but something happens in there. Amazing Spider-Man. It's part of the Craven's Last Hunt run.
I can give you prices of Craven's Last Hunt, the Amazing Spider-Man 15, his first appearance.
It's McFarlane.
$2,200.
Yes, I can tell you a 4.5 is going to cost you $1,000.
Damn.
It's Amazing Spider-Man, and that's why I don't collect it.
That's my birthday book, though, Rob. That was a little different. But
That is like the worst birthday book to get because you will be collecting that into your 90s.
yeah, right. And the other one, Rob, is Daredevil 3, which ain't too bad.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
Daredevil 3 is not too bad.
I like that crossover with Punisher.
Yeah, with Punisher.
Anytime Punisher's in the Spider-Man book, there's always going to be some shit involved because they don't like each other.
I like what life is with two YouTubers sharing saying here. Nah, what's $1,000? Like, what's $1,000 per each issue if you're trying to get the first 300 or shit, even the first 100.
Yeah, imagine just number 1, Rob, if you want a 1.0. Still a couple grand.
1.0,
2,
you're
3
probably
grand.
paying at least about $1,500, $1,800.
For like a lowest grade you can get.
Yeah, the shittiest of this shit.
Steve, I need to send these off to you so you can send them off to your guy.
Yes, I will definitely send them off.
Nice.
That's
362.
I don't have 361, but I have 362, and I got 363.
I got 360. You want that one,
I have
Javi?
360 and 61, but not 2 and 3 because I had to sell those back in the day.
I got 360. I
So
got
I have-
360, 61, 62.
I had all 3 issues and I donated them in the Hero Initiative.
Nice.
Nice.
Man, I got all 4 of those hologram covers.
Oh yeah, I'll pull them out. Don't worry.
Never fear, Javi is here.
This is another one from the toy reprints that they did. And this is just an annual that I have super beat up from when I was a kid.
Oh, when you were a kid?
Yeah, you're still a kid. In case you don't know. Right,
Like
Rob?
2001, I was just getting out of college.
Oh man, I have a whole bunch of the issues leading up to issue 500 of that Spider-Man run. I'll show this off. This is the Jason Scott Campbell issue 500. This is what Puff was talking about earlier, the Straczynski Romita Jr. run.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Straczynski, Spider-Man could have been completely canceled for like a couple of years.
Yeah, because when they relaunched it, them stories were horrible.
And
Like,
then-
I stopped reading Spider-Man for a while.
It was Straczynski
Really?
and Bendis starting Ultimate.
Really like this cover here.
Oh, the white cover.
Yeah. You could get some sketches drawn on that.
Yeah, Remark.
Remark right in the middle.
No, that. Damn, Steve, thank you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean signatures, all that's perfect. for
Yeah.
that cover, man.
Definitely. But you can take me off for now, man. I'll probably pull out another stack to show off.
And if you
I have
pulling out stacks, just tell me what you want and I'll pull out something.
We're just showing off Spider-Man.
the annual wedding covers.
Oh, nice.
Here, let's break out that.
While Rob go get his. Man, I just got a whole assortment of Spider-Man books, you know, from Spectacular. Well, my web is on the other side. Or 2 of that. Like, Spider-Man's gonna die from falling off a building. Are you kidding me? Unless he ain't got no web shooters.
Web shooter blockers.
Here's just a great cover.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, man. Now that
That's
spider
really cool.
suit right there. When I see him in that, man, I love that one, man.
Yeah, that's the FF suit.
That
Yeah.
that suit, that is the. They should do more of that.
It didn't last too long.
No, it didn't. Because
That was sweet too,
they
man.
had to
That
bring
gray
back
looking
Johnny.
suit.
Yeah, they have to bring back Johnny Storm, man. He could be dead forever.
Of course, you know, they like they didn't want him. Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four is that round robin challenge with Darkhawk and Punisher.
Damn, that's sick. I love Darkhawk.
Yeah,
Super
some
underrated character.
people don't like him.
I don't know, I think he's cool.
243. Mr. Comics is back. Welcome
Hey.
back.
Thank you.
43. I had this one. This is a dope cover. 255.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one. That looks like the That looks like a homage to Fantastic Four when Doctor Doom's looking over the edge just like that.
Mhm.
And the Fantastic Four is running.
Got a milestone of issue 150, milestone edition.
Hey, I have that exact book for 150 in the Marvel Milestone Edition.
Yeah, I have a couple of the milestone editions. You know, those are like some of the earlier books I got when I was young. And here's issue 3 reprint.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dr.
nice.
Octopus.
That's badass.
And then you got the Shocker.
12 center.
Right between the eyes, man. That's perfect. Issue 200. Fronts the man who killed Uncle Ben. This is pretty good. I enjoyed this. Now here's issue 1 of the Dan Slott run. I didn't stick with this run, but you know, y'all know I'm a hip hop fan. I love me some old school hip hop. Tribe Called Quest. That's my group right there.
All right.
Hip hop variants. Then of course a more Buscema Spectacular Spider-Man. Another great cover. The Lobo Wolf Brothers. I always like when I see J. Jonah Jameson just laid out.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Funny
When they're
cover.
poor buddies recently, it's hard to swallow. You know, they need that rivalry.
Tombstone and Robbie. Tombstone is an underrated villain.
Yes, he is. And it's unfortunate his first appearance didn't make it on a cover until many issues later.
Yeah, and here's his first.
Yeah, got that.
You'd never know it to look at it.
I always liked the Tombstone, especially his relationship with Robbie.
I just remember him most being on the cartoon show, the original cartoon show from the 90s. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, see, this is a facsimile. This is a second copy of the second reader copy facsimile. Got my True Believers. Got the Marvel Tales reprint. So, and then got I think I got this from actually Reggie. You know, he like ate okay and put it in with the book or something, or I got it from him. But I like these newspaper collectible series books here. But yeah, then I started collecting my own other books, True Believers, Marvel Tales of ASM 2. That's how I fill in a lot of my lots. You know, before I got my real copy of ASM 3, I had this one. Then the, like I said, newspaper reprints of it. 4.
Oh wait, turn that back around. Show that again.
Yeah, this is the part. This is the first half of the story with the original cover, and the second half of the story is the cover reimagined.
Oh, that's nice.
So there's actually 2 4s is the whole complete story. So if you don't have this, if you have the first one but not this one, you don't have the whole Sandman story. You know, they did that for a lot of these books here. You know, they like reimagined it. You know, just
I
reimagine.
think some of those they were using the original covers.
Maybe. But then ASM 7, Spider-Man Classics. Before I got the Marvel Tales of 8, before I got the original.
Later, Werewolf 348.
Yeah. And just like I said, I collect the reprints just to have them, and then I will one day get the original.
That one right there. I want the original. That thing is. I love that cover.
Yeah. That Marvel Tales. You know, True Believers again. Because I got my original Green Goblin, but I'm not going to read it since it's been slabbed. It was in such delicate condition. If I breathed on it, it would have fallen apart. So, well, no, it was literally this. What happened with the original one? Someone had like scissored cut this part out, and then so it was taped back on there, and it was Spider-Man himself was kind of cut out but taped back in there. So it was literally the front cover was literally held together with tape. So, but I CGC graded it just to protect it because I just like I didn't even want it sitting in my collection like this. I wanted it in a sealed bag, so nothing could happen to it.
What number 14? You're 14?
Yeah, ASM 14.
Yeah, Green Goblin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's right back there on the wall, but it's the furthest one. Close to the
Yeah, it's
wall.
furthest. It's the furthest one in.
Well, that's why I put it there.
Yeah,
So that way I
blame
don't.
Nat, I don't blame you. Put it way. Make them work.
Oh, gold foil.
Yeah, nice.
Like that, man.
I
We
like
got
this
Fresh
cover,
Prince.
man.
Yeah, Fresh Princess in the chat. Love the hip hop variants. Werewolf by lunchtime. 3:48 a.m. Hey man, push through. You don't need to sleep.
Push through.
Shocking.
Goat's itching to get home and go through his boxes.
Hey man, Goat's got some bangers he's been slapping on Instagram lately.
Thank you everybody in the chat for being here.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice, damn.
Yep, I got some of those.
Nice.
Yeah, I got that one. King size annual. That was actually a good story with Dr. Doom and yes, first Monica Rambeau. Love that issue.
Unfortunately, the 2020 Iron Man storyline by Slott hasn't been very good.
Yeah, that recent 2020 storyline for ASM, I couldn't read it.
Ooh, there you go.
I have
You know the weather issues.
I have the one on the right, but I want the one on the left.
Yeah, I saw both. I got both of them as well.
Yeah, I have him without costume, but I want the one with costume. Nice.
I never got the appeal of Speedball. That's the one character when I read New Warriors, I'm like, man, get your bouncing ass out of my face.
Where he goes all goth and starts cutting himself by wearing an Iron Maiden.
You mean that's not normal?
Well, it depends on who you are. I won't kink shame.
Oh,
Nice.
cover. Nice cover.
Yeah, these are all just the annuals that I have. Because I've been reading Spider-Man since about the late 90s, and I have most of those, but I just never wound up going to get, the issue 300, the issue 129. I just never got around to it. Other things were more important, like Thor, X-Men.
What's more important than Spider-Man? How dare you?
Maybe one day I'll come across somebody with a large collection that I'll buy from, but it's just way too expensive to buy from other collectors right now.
Yeah.
I have my little brother think for
Hey,
Spider-Man.
And unless a movie tanks really badly, I expect it to always be that way.
remember when this was a thing with being the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this was books that you see in the dollar bins all the time. I see multiple copies of these. Then when they mentioned about Spider-Man 2099, it started to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I had this since the 90s, but I actually enjoyed the foil cover to this run, all the issues.
My brother was the big Spider-Man collector. I was more to Avengers, Thor, things like that. And then my brother just grew out of the comic book hobby, and he, it all came to me. So I have a lot of Spider-Man stuff just because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Cover.
That's sick.
Nice.
That's Taskmaster over there on the right. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
He looks freaking evil as hell there.
Yeah, he does. He looks better than he does normal.
Yeah.
I see that book a lot.
All the Bagley stuff. Invasion of the Spider Slayers, Electro.
Ooh. Electro is always really cool to me.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that movie though.
Electro's badass.
I don't know how else you're gonna do him for the movie, though. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how they could do that, man.
He was
Hey, hey, and Mr. 89, when you did your trivia and you said who was Electro, they said somebody said Jamie.
Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
They're not wrong though.
Yeah.
It's like Jamie Foxx looked at Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze and said, "Hold my beer."
I don't know if he had the amount of one-liners that Schwarzenegger had in that movie. Schwarzenegger was just a one-line machine in Batman and Robin.
I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx was told, "Well, the kids these days like dubstep, so apparently my character is all about that."
Oh Lord, it's another one in the space.
Yeah.
Werewolf by Lunchtime. Been listening to Beastie Boys. Nice. Happy early birthday too.
Another great cover.
That's a perfect group to be listening into for Werewolves. No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Take it to Brooklyn.
Sleep.
I'm surprised I haven't posted this. I got to post this for Time Me Up.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
nice.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The conclusion, Spider Slayers. ASM 365 is heating up. Been waiting 28 years. Let's go.
I love this cover. You know, the Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love a good throwdown cover.
Yeah, there's what 12 issues or something like that.
I like
14.
that spiny head.
14,
right
yeah,
there.
it's quite a few of them.
Yeah. And then you got the massive throwdown on the other side with Deathlock. Some people crap on Maximum Carnage. I felt that it was too long, but I enjoyed it. You know, when you have this many characters in the book, you know,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
and
only like
Carnage-
what, 14 parts?
yeah, it's 14 parts.
Yeah,
You know,
14.
it could have been trimmed down.
Okay, how long was Absolute Carnage, and did anybody think that was too long?
Shit,
Well,
I
with,
ain't
all
even
the,
read it.
with all the tie-ins, or with just the main event issues?
Let's just start with just the main event.
I think it was 5
I
issues.
ain't read it, so I can't tell you.
I didn't read that either.
I didn't read it.
The main event was fine. They could have clipped it around like 3 issues, but all those tie-ins trying to make it all interweave like a Akira Kurosawa, a Yojimbo storyline. Some of them worked better than others, but yeah, let's just decompress this bastard as much as we can. Maximum Carnage,
It
I don't know,
started-
it was long,
you
but
started-
yeah, they could have done it about the same amount as Absolute.
I think that's one of the bigger problems. You know, sometimes some stories just don't need to be so long. Like when you read it entirely, you'd be like, man, this could have been no more than 4 parts, 5 parts at most. But when you stretch it out 8, 9 parts, it's like it's just too much fluff in between.
Well, this was back in a day when the artist had just about as much say as the writers did, and there were so many teams working on the Spider-Man books with these storylines that everyone wanted to have their say. So you couldn't have like what should be like a 6-issue little miniseries with 25, 28 different writers and artists on it. So instead, they're like, okay, throw in some of my ideas and some of my ideas, and that's how you get this great big bloated beast of a
What's up, man? Cave?
Yo, Ben Cave, what's going on?
Ben
Happy
Cave.
Saturday.
All right, Sean, I dug up a few more before I got to roll out. I was gonna
Who needs
told Rob
money?
I'd hang out. I dug up this oldie,
Nice.
number 47.
First Gwen Stacy.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
Oh, that's awesome.
The hot kettle. I always liked this one too.
Oh, that's sick.
I picked up that book when I was in San Diego last year.
A master hand.
Usually you can get these in real good condition, Matt. These 67s held up well.
Oh, classic cover right there.
Mm.
What have I done? What will
Yeah,
I do?
that's a great cover there. I love that book.
Yeah, I got to 91.
It's issue 129. It's a picture frame cover.
Nice.
That's one of the ones I really like from Spider-Man.
I didn't throw that one up earlier, but I do love
Hey.
that cover.
Hey, I got that exact one.
That's a cool looking cover, Megan. Hey, it's got a lot of room for signatures and any remarks too.
When I bought my 301, I thought I meant to get the original 301.
What issue is that? 162?
Yeah.
I need that issue,
It's
bro.
got a little
Nightcrawler and Punisher.
yeah, Nightcrawler and Punisher in it.
I need that. I need that cover, man. I need it.
Hey, when you send your book to get pressed, I'll send it back with you. Gotta remind me though.
Oh,
I did like- I did like-
I'll get my
See, Steve, you I saw Werewolf brought that up, and I was just pulling that book.
Look at that. Me and Sean always on the same page.
Yeah, because I saw Werewolf brought it up, and I was like, I brought these off the rack, when they first came out,
I was with
And look
Jeff 813 when I got these. I ain't seen Jeff lately, man. He's been
we got a triple threat. What?
bam! Look at Rob. Rob's always that go-to guy. If you like, can you add to this? Yes, I can.
Yep.
If you give me 5 minutes, I might be able to find the first cover, but I don't have the second one.
Hey, but Matt, Rob's always got them within like reach. He'll just go, here they are.
Exactly.
Here's this. Oh yeah.
Well, some of us like to keep ours on the wall where we can't
Yeah,
get
some people got them slabbed in where they can't get them out.
Oh, Rob got to do a slide back. Yep, I got that
man.
one too.
That is a sick cover.
Yes.
See,
You
Rob?
already saw this one.
Yeah.
I love
This
that
is
one.
the
man.
Spider-Man that I
That
have out
Hobgoblin
now.
one is on my list. I'm getting that.
Murderous.
All right, guys, I got to run over to Rob G's show. He's got a new little show going on, so
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
he's doing some old movies thing. It's like Generation X. He's gonna redo a movie show a little bit, try to get some interest in some of the old movies to the newer guys. I said, invite Javi. He asked me that last week. He's doing it now. I think it's right now. He's doing it.
For sure. We'll go check that out.
Yeah, after you get done, come in, check it out if y'all got time. Hey, nice meeting you, Matt, and
Nice to meet
good
you.
to see you, Rob. Haven't seen you in a minute. It was good to see you. I see your show, but a lot of times I don't say nothing. I'm in there with my wife. I listen in a little bit, and
Oh, good. Considering the last episode, what it was about, I'm glad you showed up at all.
I think I saw the thumbnail to that one.
That happened.
All right, guys. Thanks, Sean and Javi. I'll see y'all soon, brother. Y'all be good.
And
All right,
Steve, you
man.
can find me on my Instagram under the same name. So
Oh yeah, I will. Hey, hit me up after this, Matt, so I can send you your books. I need your address.
okay, I'm trying to look for you now. If you're on Instagram, is it the
It's on
same?
Steve A. Whiting. That's
Steve
on my
what?
Instagram. Steve A. Whiting. It's got
Okay.
the A in there. So,
All right,
all right, brother.
Go
Give me your
Gold.
address and I'll send you these books.
all
All
right,
right,
thank
guys.
you.
Later.
Later.
Awesome. I got another stack. Moderns.
Here's one.
That's correct, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it.
that's him.
All right, making sure I had it. Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Love this
Those
cover.
are from
I think this is a
400
variant too, because I've seen the different cover of this issue. I always thought this was the original because I brought this off the rack. And what? Ain't no love for Mr. Hyde.
What? No, I got a Captain America cover somewhere that's got Mr. Hyde on it.
I like the Mr. Hyde when he crossed Ghost Rider and Daredevil.
Yeah, he's cool.
There we go.
I just saw League of Extraordinary Gentlemen the other day. Your cat's getting feisty.
No, that's probably how she wound up having the eye get
Yeah.
There's
Here you go, Puff.
always starting shit.
another good cover.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that's the point ones that Marvel freaking started doing.
I mean,
Point one.
Yeah.
it's just weird.
This
The
is a
point
cool
The .hu, the point system. I didn't quite get it. You know.
Yeah.
cool Loki cover on there.
It's like they didn't want to release a one shot, they didn't want to release a miniseries, but they wanted you to buy the main core title. So, point one.
And I didn't like when my shop put those in my pull, just because I'm subbed to Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't want the point issues. That's too much money when you're paying for other books.
Yeah, if it doesn't have anything to do with the main crux of the storyline.
I love that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the classic cover.
Yeah.
Werewolf is asking Puff, what's your first comic?
Spider-Man or whatever. 'Cause I know it's an X-Men issue. 275 of X-Men was my first comic.
Rob posted this on his Instagram the other day.
Oh, I got that. Yep.
I have two of those. One and a 9.8. Had to have it. The story was very moving.
Yeah, very moving story. Very,
Yeah,
very
you even had Doctor Doom shedding a tear.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic, but it's there.
I'm not the biggest fan of Humberto Ramos. Like sometimes his drawings can be a bit odd looking.
They're very anime-ish. It depends on the kind of story.
And sometimes the autonomies just feel off.
That's that Silk first appearance of Silk right here.
Yeah.
I thought I had two covers of that, or 2 copies of that issue, but I guess I didn't. That's the Civil War Spider-Man Unmasked.
I didn't like that storyline when he unmasked himself. I didn't like it.
Yes.
Although I like the picture.
And of course, you can't have Spider-Man without some MJ.
There we go. I love Campbell's Girls.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's what he's known for. But I got that one. That's issue 52. Issue 51.
Oh, I have that signed.
Nice. By Campbell?
Yep.
Nice. And 515.
And what I remember most about getting it signed was there was this one guy that was like 2 people ahead of me, brought a short box of comics and expected him to sign every one of them.
Nice. Wow.
It was actually almost local. It was from a guy in Denver, so it was only a few hours away from me. So got it fairly close to home. And then.
Awesome, man. That's cool.
Point 2. And just to let you go, first, it's official 100%. Just paid for. I now have our ASM 1.
Wait, what? I know, I was about to say.
I just closed the deal.
You just closed the deal.
Just closed the deal.
So that's what you did when you stepped out.
Part of it. Because I had an actual errand I had to run for the wife and all that. She has some minor surgery coming up here, and so I had to do something for her.
You was part of the giving game.
Yeah.
You was part of the giving game. Anyway, I have not seen this book in forever. And I did not know that time I met John Romita that not only did he sign that Spider-Man Omega issue, but he signed this one. And you see it right there.
Yeah.
And he did the cover and all, but I ain't had no Romita books at the time. If you see my origin story, you know the story I have with John Romita Sr. And I forgot that he signed this one along with that Omega issue. Nice cover too.
What happened? Did you take his parking spot and he said, "Sir, that was mine," and you said, "I'll give it to you if you sign these books"?
Hey, when I said in my original story, I was like, I was sweating bullets because John Romita was at the con, and my dad was like, "Oh, look, it's the artist of Spider-Man. You should get him to sign the book." So at first I was excited, and then I started noticing people got older comics than what I had. I had the modern books. So I wanted to jump the hell off the line. I was freaking out. But my pops was like, "No, yeah, stay online. He'll sign it. He did Spider-Man."
Yeah.
And when I got up there and I handed him the books, he said, "Son, I didn't do the artwork in these books, but if you want me to sign it, I will sign it."
Oh.
I said, "Yeah." And he signed it, shook hands, took a picture, which I still can't find. and that was that. But yeah, that was like one of my highlights of my early con going days. And
A lot better
just-
hearing that than a lot of the other kids that really have horror stories for some of the creators. That's one of the good ones.
yeah, and like I said, he said I'll sign it if you want me to sign it. And I looked at my dad. He said, yeah, I'm signing it. And of course he signed it. He was a great guy. Awesome to meet, awesome to talk to and stuff. But yeah, that was like one of my favorite stories. I tell that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you guys remember when you first started collecting? Do you remember your first comic book that you got? Do you remember specifically what it was?
I'd say Uncanny X-Men 275.
Yeah, that's cool.
I remember going to Toys R Us when they had those
Comic packs. Yeah, I remember those. I used to agitate the hell out of my mother to get me some of those packs.
Yeah, this was mine. Action Comics 687, that first Eradicator, the die cut cover.
Was it that issue or was it?
It's this exact comic book.
Nice.
Because
Awesome.
my LCS is also a tattoo shop, and so they've been selling comic books for a while. But I'd go in, say hi, talk to my friends who own the place, and then leave, and all that. But I was getting this tattoo touched up on, and so I was sitting in the chair for hours, just staring out there and going. I loved, like I said, Superman was my favorite hero at the time, and all that, and I just loved the logo, loved the green look, and I thought, don't have the. I might. It's only $70, but I don't have the money right now, and it's gonna be gone when I come back. But when I came back 2-3 times later, it was still there, and so I bought it, thinking comics won't be like tattoos where I get addicted to them. I was wrong. This was my first comic book that I bought, and now I'm
Virus.
yeah. So, but then, like I said, the virus spread from DC to Marvel. Now I'm 98% Marvel and 2% DC. In fact, the only thing I get from DC is Action Comics, Superman, and the occasional I like that cover.
What would you like to cook for? I don't know if he's talking about like comic book content creators. Werewolf by Lunchtime. I'd like to hang out with Garth Ennis and Grant Morrison, maybe. That'd be kind
Oh Lord, you looking for a mind trick?
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
I'd like to cook with Walter White.
Nice. That's
It's risky, sure, but very profitable.
Or just talking people in general you'd like to cook for, or just a specific?
It's a very, very loose question.
Because if it was just anyone in general, I would love more than anything to meet probably Tom Hanks, or actors or people like that, just because it's like whatever you're in is perfect and it's golden, and it's just one of those. It's like, or Gary Sinise, something like one of those. It's like when I would love just keep talking,
For me, that's like Morgan Freeman
Yeah.
meeting God himself in the flesh that likes to harass young women. But we'll forget about that because he's God.
Yeah. Yeah. So. But yeah.
Here's a book that I haven't.
Hey, the mobile.
Jameson cover. And everybody loves John Jonah Jameson.
Oh, you want my favorite Jameson cover? I'm gonna go get it.
Oh, there we go. Let's talk about everybody's favorite Mr. Bash Spider-Man. Triple J himself.
Oh man, there's a cover. I don't have it. I AOK'd it to D-Hide, but there's a cover with John Jonah Jameson, and he's punching Spider-Man.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I think my two favorites, number one is the one where he has the newspaper in his hand going, I can prove Peter Parker is Spider-Man. That's like my number one. And my number two, issue 25, the yellow cover from ASM where he's a spider slayer in the screen and he's going.
Oh, yeah. I like that one too. It's just.
I can't find it. Where is it? Yeah.
I'm guessing he was looking for one of those two because those two are good covers.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an odd cover of him shooting the gun.
That's pretty badass.
And I'm like, why is the gun matching Mary Jane's jacket?
And why does it look like Mary Jane's trying to flirt with whoever that Jameson's shooting at and Spider-Man's trying to attack?
It's a weird cover. Between the gun he's holding, Mary Jane just sitting there posing, and Spider-Man leaping off into action. I was like,
Damn, Werewolf.
Well,
Werewolf at lunchtime completed his spectacular 1 through 150 run and ASM 131 through 441.
hey, John, what episode of The Wire are you in? I see he said he's just stopping by between his episodes. Because I finished season 1, John. I started Monday, and I finished yesterday.
I know it's here somewhere. Where the hell is it?
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Now I'm after a specific book and it's pissing me off. It's hiding from me. Nice.
These are all the ASM that I have. I mean, I have everything from like from volume 2, issue 30 up to today. But over ASM, this is all I got. Oh, there's the one that Mindshift has.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
There we go. So that's my favorite J. Jonah Jameson cover.
Yep, I figured.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
That's my favorite.
just love that look, and that's my favorite Spider-Man. I mean, that's Spider-Man to me when I imagine Peter Parker in Spider-Man. This is just perfect.
He even looks like Joker. He's so maniacal there.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I know who you are, motherfucker. And I'm going to expose you for it, too.
Yeah.
All right, so 112. I don't have the issue, but if I can pull it up on here, this is one of my favorite
Yeah.
Spider-Man covers. Spidey cops out. Diecast Cook. Shout out to Diecast Cook. He posted that. And man, there's a I forget what issue number it is, but there's a Spider-Man cover where I just mentioned it, where John Jonah Jameson is just punching the crap out of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's just like on the floor. That's got to be my favorite cover.
Yeah, Triple J has some
And then
no love for Spidey.
talk about earlier with the Juggernaut going.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that one. I need that one.
My brother got this for me when he went down to Phoenix or whatever, visiting my grandma and all that. I said, while you're down there, stop by a comic book shop and see what you can get me for Spider-Man. So grab me this.
Nice.
So
And
Great cover.
I
shout
just
out
wish,
to-
I like it, but I just wish it was a little more in color too. I mean, but that's just me being picky, just to have something to complain about.
shout out to Bub. Shout out to John. Aggressively.
Nice black suit.
I should grab another stack.
I'll show these off, and then I'll probably gotta jump out of here.
Did you just say head to bed?
No, jump out of here. I mean,
Yeah, this guy got multiple camera angles, man.
I have all the camera angles, not most. All of them.
What is this?
Let's just hope I don't die.
Spider-Man Unlimited. This is the Wizards edition.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got the certificate right there. Certificate of authenticity. This Stay Puft showed this one earlier.
Yeah, I got all 4 of those too.
Yeah.
I didn't show that one, but I have all 4 of them.
Oh, you didn't show this? Oh, was it the blue one? You
Nah,
showed?
it was the amazing one. I didn't even get to the others. I got all 4 of them though.
Yep. It's the red one, the green one.
Yeah, it goes. I like in order of the favorite covers. It's amazing. The blue one, the red one, and the green one. That's my list for that for favorite.
I got Peter David to sign that.
Nice. And some obscure, just like some random Spider-Man minis, Spider-Man Legend of the Spider Clan.
Yeah. Hey Rob, Bub wants to know no under the desk camera, please.
Yeah, that's not happening today. I mean, I can. There's nothing under here though. And I'm wearing pants.
Spider-Man.
I don't know if all you all can say that.
Hey, I'm wearing PJ pants.
So let's see. Moving on.
God, that's sins. Remember, they tried to atone for sins past.
Right. I like these covers. This is the disassembled run where the covers each consecutive cover showed like this is issue 17.
Yeah, then he gets progressively worse because he transformed to a spider.
Yeah, issue 18, growing more eyes, getting a little furrier. Here's this is gnarly. Issue 19.
But after he comes back, he winds up being like completely freshly born without a single scratch on him, and then he proceeds to screw up his whole body again.
In issue 20.
Yep.
And he got those damn, organic web shooters.
And then here's issue number 1 of that run with
Ramos.
Crazy looking Venom in the back.
He looks like the size of a Hulk.
He looks very.
Man, I should bust out that Marvel versus DC, the Access one, the sequel. I'll never forget when I took them issues to school, because that was the issue where Spider-Man and Superman teamed up against Venom and getting their asses whooped. My friends couldn't believe that shit. They were diehard Superman fans, and they like, what the fuck is this? Superman's supposed to whoop Venom's ass, and he getting his ass whooped by Venom.
That's a really cool cover right there.
Yeah.
It just happens.
It's another one of those Goblin covers that are, it's like a little off the mark.
And this is one where
one.
I don't know how this happened. This does not have any staples in the book.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I can't say that the cover's detached because everything is detached. I mean, it's in great condition, but yeah, there's no staples.
Congratulations, you're the proud owner of Everything's Detached.
Yeah.
Nice. That was one of my first Hobgoblin covers that I got, or Hobgoblin books.
I love Hobby. Although they screwed up who he was supposed to be in the end because, again, everybody wanted to have a say-so. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
A lot of people agree with who they went with.
Richard, what was it?
Kingsley?
Yeah,
It
there
was
you go.
supposed to be Kingsley, but they end up being Ned Leeds.
Ned Leeds.
Well, was that who it was? Was that who it was in the end? I thought it was Kingsley that was decided on the last say who was the Hobgoblin.
That was when Roger Stern came back to do that Hobgoblin storyline where it was actually Kingsley.
Yeah, because I like the whole Ned Leeds, being the Hobgoblin. Everyone else is kind of a little,
Oh, did I just lose audio?
No,
No, I could hear you.
Puff, how much longer are you thinking of staying on?
Not too long. I'm gonna jump in the other show too.
So,
I'm also going to be on 84's live stream tonight. Try and pop in there.
Yeah, because I got some.
Slab, the thing he's doing with the slabs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I got a video to make. I got to make a unboxing video of when my book ASM comes in. So I got to have something special for a book like that to come in the mail. So I need to start making a video of some kind. Don't want to just go, whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
Bob just dropping all the Spider-Man on us here. I'm gonna intervene with this one.
Well, I could do it, but I'd be here for a couple of hours to show you all I have.
And then it jumps right on over to 365.
Nice.
Yep, that's a nice one there. One thing I like about that issue is all the sound effects they put in it.
That gold foil is really nice.
So I have a lot of Spider-Man, but I don't have all the Spider-Man that the people actually want.
Yeah.
Because I just don't have the money right now to be spending on an ASM 300. Because I'm not working.
All right, Puff, I'll catch you on the chat.
Who
All
has
right,
been
man.
waiting on- See him, Javi. How's
Yeah, I'll see you later, Matt. Rob, thanks for having me. Man, Spider-Man, that was great.
Always.
Yeah, seen all those.
Spider-Man? Spider-Man. the Spider-Man.
Peter Parker picked a pack of peckers.
Yeah, what does Becker?
Who's Pecker?
I'll see you in the chat, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Ah, too narrow. Max. Nice. Are you on mute or are you still just quiet? Are you just quiet?
Just quiet.
Okay. It's like, is this thing on?
Got a bag.
Nice.
Hey, should I go pick up more books? Oh, screen froze.
Yeah.
For that. My back? My back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I lost y'all for a minute.
That's
It's a Spider-Man 2099 I have. Issue number 1. This is signed by Peter David.
nice.
Then I have. Here's an interesting book. I posted this for President's Day.
Yeah.
This
I
is
like
third
that.
printing though.
Yeah, I have the second or fourth print. So that orangish or yellow
And
cover.
here's your favorite Goblin,
Yeah.
the Alex Ross cover too. So
Oh yeah, I love him. Love Alex.
just tarantula. Like I don't know how he walk around with them spikes in his foot.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd be tripping over every wire.
Everything. Everything. I'm talking about as soon as you take a step, tripping. It's some more Buscema.
Yeah.
I love Puma. Deeper than that spectacular Spider-Man run. It was Werewolf that said he completed his spectacular.
Yep.
Or at least issue 1 to 1. What issue was 250? He said
1 to 150.
that's awesome. The Electro cover.
I mean, Spectacular went into the 230s or so, right?
About 250 something.
250, Jesus.
Because Amazing went to 441. I think Spectacular went to 261. Because I have all the final issues of those. Spider-Man went to 95 or 98. I think it was 98. And Sensational went to 32. Here's a great cover.
Yeah.
Cosmic
Where's
Spider.
Cosmic?
I mean, they couldn't have gone to 100 and just called even. They had
I
to.
hate when they cancel a book before an anniversary book.
Oh, they were trying to do that to Spider-Girl like forever. It's like, but you're almost to 100. We're going to cancel it at 98.
No, I made it to 100. My
They
brother.
made it past. Well, did they get it to more than 100?
I think it's just 100. I'm not sure though. I know my brother. My brother does have. My dad does collect DeFalco's Spider Girl. You know,
Yeah,
he
they
has
were trying to cancel that for years, but there were so many fans that loved that book.
every issue of it. So
Oh, Cosmic Spidey. Then we get into some Hobgoblin with Puma. I just love Buscema's artwork on these covers.
Okay, good question. So we're all familiar with Wolverine's Fang costume, right? Is there any relation whatsoever to the costume he has with Puma? Is there any relation to that? Because they look like the damn same costume.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think there's no relation. I mean, I see what you're saying, but Puma's more the animal. That's why his brown fur skin kind of matches the tone of that suit he's wearing. So maybe that's where the comparison to Wolverine is.
Mm-hmm.
Where we'll say he gave up on 90s Spidey.
What you looking at, Matt?
Hold up.
What you got?
I don't even think about Karen as much as with Spidey villains.
I think most people have forgotten Carry On.
Probably have a spectacular Spider-Man Sunday post or something. It is the Beetle. One of the lower tier of Spidey villains.
Yeah, that is like the D list if there ever was one.
Superior Foes of Spider-Man was pretty fun though. Here's another
they made it
Puma
a
cover.
character-driven piece. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure that New Jack City had a huge effect on the Puma because they kept trying to turn him into Wesley Snipes' character from New Jack City.
I never thought of that.
Go back and read some of those 90s comics, and you're going to go, damn, they really tried to rip that shit off, didn't they?
I never thought of that when I looked at it. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
1992.
I
NJ hits. And finally, writers know how to write but gang members.
But they never used Cardiac in any other way. Have they ever used Cardiac in TV or movies?
Well, they've used Cardiac a lot in the Dan Slott's run because they were trying to get him to be like a converted criminal.
Yeah.
To helping Aunt
Like
May.
he was helping out in the like hospital situation or something like that.
He was like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Peter Parker's the man that saved my life by giving me a job here because of his Aunt May. So I have to thank Spider-Man. So yeah, he's a good guy now.
I'm like, I don't know. See, that's why Spider-Man rogue gallery is so widespread that sometimes you forget some of the decent ones. Like I kind of liked the Cardiac back then. He had a decent look. I mean, it's kind of exaggerated, but with that stock shit,
Very Kirby-esque.
Yeah. Bagley and Emblem is like Scorpion cover there.
Nice.
Some more Punisher and Nova.
I mean, the great things about the Spider-Man villains, nobody was really ever black and white. You could go from being like a bad guy to being a good guy to having another character arc, and now you're a bad guy again. Just ask Sandman.
Kingpin ruining furniture just to beat up Spidey. He don't care. Like, I'm going to tear this desk up just to try and nail you with it.
He's gotten better about his anger issues. He let himself get his ass whooped in the most recent Daredevil because he knew that he could consolidate power by letting it look like he was weak.
I remember when Spider-Man whooped him in the Back in Black storyline.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. Put a beating on Kingpin.
Hey, look, it's Negan.
Yep. Just without Lucy.
Lucille.
Lucille. Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, that looks a lot more like the Jack-o'-lantern that we saw way back in like Machine Man 19.
Yeah, there we go. That would be, what was it, number 190 or
205.
205? There you go.
Yep. Then you got the team up 201 with the Punisher. And 202 Well, all these guys know they're gonna take a L after this. And then there's an issue that Rob showed. Great cover.
Oh yeah, Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Geeky GMT. Just sub me up.
278. Justice is served.
Another really good cover for Remark.
Yep. $280.
Like right now, I'm doing on my Instagram all the black covers, and I'm guessing I think I'm going to do another week of black covers, and then start doing the white covers. So for Remarks, because I've just forgotten some of these, and probably a good way to.
It's just 276. There was one thing about the Hobgoblin. There was a lot of unmasked issues where you think Spidey got him unmasked, and it wasn't who. It was a nobody or something like that. And this was the big issue right here with the reveal of the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, this was like the punchline back in the day.
Yeah. It was
let's just string people along. They'll buy millions of issues. Let's just keep them stringed along.
But see, what happened was then Roger Stern got kicked off the book.
Yep. They moved him over to, oh God, what did they move him to?
Was it Avengers or something like that? Or was it after?
I think so, like right around the 220s or so, 210s. Sounds about right.
So they were in flux on who was going to be the Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Some people said it was supposed to be Robert Kinsley, but some of the editors didn't really buy that.
Yeah.
Nice floating head cover. Of course, you got Absorbing Man and Titania.
I still need to get a first appearance of Absorbing Man.
I'll stop right there.
Slowly but surely working on the journey into the mysteries.
That's a task right there.
Yeah. I have one or two Journey into the Mysteries, but nothing lower, obviously, or even close to First Thor.
I think the oldest Thor issue I have is the first appearance of the Wrecker.
Damn. I have 124 and that's it. But I have a crap load of from Silver Age on of regular Thor title. Like when they changed it over in 126, I have 126, 27, 28, 29. But Journey into the Mystery, no, that I just only recently got that 124. And I'm like, damn, I guess now I'm working on my Journey into the Mysteries.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop it right there because if I get another stack, that'll be another long pull.
Yeah.
I could definitely do another episode. If you guys are interested in coming back on.
Yeah, I could definitely do more Spider-Man. Now I can have all my stuff out here just to dig through here at once.
And then
I should just bring my camera up there.
No, we don't need you falling.
No, you give me a chance.
It hasn't happened yet.
It gave me a chance to bring everything down from the walls. Yeah.
Because like I said, I said I was going to do it last week. That I was going to do a Spider-Man episode this week, but I didn't really plan it out.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely next time, maybe next month, I'll do another Spidey episode and have you guys prepared for it.
All right.
Like I said, I did a Batman episode, and I'm like, man, I could have did a part 2 on that.
Yeah. Definitely fun.
Like I said, I have
only 20 copies of Batman out there, and that's it. There's plenty to talk about.
Funny, lots of storylines that we ain't covered. True. I mean, I got my rant off on One More Day and another thing, and people like my rant, so I try not to rant too much, but sometimes you gotta let it out.
I forgot it all already. You mind just refreshing my memory?
What happened? Yeah, weed destroys a person's mind. It makes you not be able to remember what happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to head out of here, too.
Yeah, so I just want to thank you guys for coming on and sharing all the Spider-Man books. You know, thank Steve and Javi and Mindshift for coming on, and everybody in the chat that showed up and commented and enjoyed everything. And, you know, thanks all to them. And whoever watches this on the replay, definitely like, share, leave a comment, and enjoy the show. You know, so this your boy Sean, Stay Puff. Hopefully I'll be on Silver Sunday tomorrow. Rob Forrest, not near Mint. You have a show on Wednesday nights. Every Wednesday, not near Mint. And Mr. Comics, you said you got a video plant that you're going to be recording soon.
Yeah, to do some sort of intro roundup, you know, like, I mean, now is the perfect time to do like a, you know, 2 years of collecting, here are the highlights, and now counting down to, boom, the big book. So, might as well do something like that, you know. Still have to brainstorm.
So
No, if
everybody
you
make
want to
sure
do
you check.
something really easy, if you know how to use After Effects, take one of your long boxes here and just run the camera like right down the long box, and just use the After Effects opacity just to fade in and out to one another, and it just looks like it's miles and miles of like comic boxes, and there's like 2-3 seconds of something that would look really cool.
Yeah. All right.
Looking forward to that. And, you know, thanks again, everybody, for showing up. It's your boy Sean, a.k.a. Stay Puff 1983. Peace out, everybody.
See you later.
Don't die.